Autism Speaks recognizes how overwhelming this time could be, particularly for people in the autism community and those committed to offering support. Resources are available at autismspeaks.org to assist with coping strategies and connect you to local support. For immediate assistance, the Autism Response Team can be reached at 888-AUTISM-2. That's 888-288-4762. Spanish-speaking support also available, 888-772-9050, or via email at ayuda, AYUDA, at autismspeaks.org. As the father of an autistic child, I know these are challenging times, but you're not alone. Autism Speaks stands with those affected every step of the way.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah.
Got it in before the wire.
You just
DeMarco.
blew your nose. I like
Got
it.
in right before we got going.
That sounds
it was,
juicy, though.
It was, well, you know, it's that
Yeah.
time of year. What
Mucusy.
are you going to do? What
Yeah.
are you going to do? How you feeling today?
I
Happy
am
Friday
feeling
to you.
terrific, my man. Good.
Yeah?
You know,
You threw on a hat at the last minute. Everything
I did.
okay?
Wig is busted.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You're not feeling it today?
I'm changing barbers.
Well, you were in the process
Yeah.
of.
I don't feel appreciated at my normal barber shop.
Do you need to be cleaned up a little bit?
I could be.
Let's see.
I'm beyond
Come
2
on,
weeks. I'm not
let's take a
taking
look.
this off. No, it's on there. But I'm beyond 2 weeks, and I'm just not feeling appreciated. And I went to my normal little massage joint.
Okay.
This was Tuesday or Wednesday, right after the show, whenever I was limping. So I went there, and
Okay.
there's a new barber shop that opened right next door, and don't pay no mind, I got a barber. But
Yeah.
the guy came out and handed me his card and just
Okay.
said,
He's
hey,
hustling.
if you're in the market, come check me out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
He cares about my biz.
He's trying to earn your
right.
business.
I don't know about my barbers care anymore.
Maybe you guys can get a little massage haircut combo. You get like a twofer, a BOGO.
See, that's too much. That's too much. A
I actually
BOGO?
know
Yeah.
somebody.
What's a BOGO?
Buy one, get one.
Buy one, get one?
Yeah.
Like in the same building, or you walk next
Well,
door?
they can do.
Have you never heard of BOGO?
A BOGO can be anything.
I've never heard of a BOGO.
Yeah.
Buy one, get
Buy
one
one,
is
get
BOGO?
one. Yeah, it's like 2 for 1, basically.
Oh,
Buy
okay.
one, get one half off.
Yeah.
Buy one, get one for free.
I'm learning
Yeah.
white people tacos and BOGOs. I'm learning everything.
BOGOs are not just a white person thing.
It's not.
what?
It's not a white person thing, and you do not want to buy one get one on your haircut. That's
No. I'm not saying
Oh,
like you
yeah.
would.
Oh,
You
I was
would
like,
but so, if he's just getting started, the guy's trying to build a
that
business.
makes sense.
Sometimes you have to incentivize.
Yeah,
Right?
and he did. He gave me
Yeah.
the card, said come back. So I'm going to actually give him a shot. So
Yeah, if he just
Yeah.
said, "I'll give you a free haircut," that's run for the hills.
yeah.
But if he says, "Look, buy you buy a haircut from me, and I'll give you 2," okay, because if you do a good job,
if you like it, come back.
Yeah, come on back, and I'll give you the next one on the house.
What's the other joint that this is when I take my daughter. It's the place where they're all in one place. Hair Nation. Where all the stylists are in one building, but there's little different rooms. What do you call that?
I don't know.
No
Is
one
it
knows.
like so? It's one building, different little rooms.
Yeah.
Like different.
My sugaring lady when I used to do that used to be in something like that, but I don't
They
remember
have
what
it.
it's called.
It's called like a nation or something. It's like a bunch of little places, and it's all
like different things like pedicure, manicure,
yeah,
hair.
different rooms. So I got my
Yeah.
haircut in one of those joints.
Yeah.
Twice as much.
Yeah.
Twice as much.
Look,
yeah.
I'm not going to
It's the
speak for you.
pink tax. For if they cut women's hair also, it's oftentimes more expensive.
And it's the only
Yes.
dude in the building.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I look, there's a reason I've gone to Supercuts forever and ever because A, I don't have a lot of hair to cut. B, it's not super complicated to get what I want. But on a rare occasion where you have to just go get it on the fly and you go into like a salon sort of situation, it's like a 50% markup for no reason.
For no
it's the
reason.
same haircut.
Yes.
It's the pink tax.
Yeah, the pink tax.
And I tip my barbers like crazy.
Yeah.
And this like they're taking us for granted.
Yeah.
So I'm boycotting for
Yeah,
a while.
I understand.
I'm
I understand.
I'm flirting with a new barber.
And you
There.
broke out the Rams Super Bowl champs
Actually,
hat.
I borrowed it from the guys back there.
Okay.
I did. I said, "Is there a hat laying around?" And they gave me this one.
Well, that's a good. Well, it's appropriate.
Kind of apropos right
yeah,
now.
absolutely it is.
Yes.
I got a quick one before we get to
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford and the Lakers winning again last night, despite Luka not being able to make a shot. We'll get to all of that.
Except that one.
Holy goodness!
Wow.
Like, that was the one that felt like, okay, that might just sail over the bag and just wet as could be. Just,
Yes.
poof, just perfect. Laura, you said something a second ago. The sugaring place you went to.
Yes.
As you guys know, I like to go to Gelson's to eat dinner occasionally. And by the way, I'll be there tonight. Looking forward to it.
Oh, no. Not.
There's a sugaring shop next to it. It's in the same strip mall. What is that?
Okay, I was going to say
Do you
it's
know what
not
it is?
that type
No.
of sugaring.
No, like it says, it's called sugar bronzing.
Oh,
what
Okay,
is it?
so it's like waxing.
Okay, I know what that is.
Yeah.
Right, but instead of using like the wax, they use sugar. So it actually doesn't hurt your skin as much. So you
How
know,
does I understand, like, to put the wax on, you tear the wax off, the hairs come with it. I
right.
get that.
So for women, there's things that we want to take out.
Okay.
Hair we want to take out of our body.
I understand, but how does the
So-
sugar do it?
Okay, Travis, have you ever seen a candy
I'm
cane
assuming
being
like
made?
sandpaper?
Have
Yeah.
you seen a candy cane
No,
being
not
made? How you know how when they make it, it comes out hot,
Yeah.
and you
It's like
pull
that.
it into a rope,
Yes.
and you put it on a table, and then
Yes.
that table makes it cold, and you form it.
Right.
So instead of it being to make candy canes,
Okay.
you can
Take
use
face
it
Oh,
off.
you lay it
to
out warm, it cools off.
put
and
it
then,
on your body and
you
rip off
it.
hair.
And you rip
Yeah.
off hair.
It's
Did
actually
you know this?
No.
It's better.
No.
It's so much better. So I don't do it anymore because lasering is a thing, people. But you do it, and it's so much better. It doesn't irritate the skin like
Okay.
waxing does. So men are like, "Oh, I'm hairy. Go get your chest hair like
Sugared?
Yeah.
So we're in.
And you
we're-
can do it-
we just
Mark,
finished a round
Anyway.
of golf. We took a shower. Where are you headed? I got to go get my
I'm gonna
sugaring
go
done.
get
Yes,
my body
get it
sugared.
Right.
done.
That might be the
It
last
sounds
time
like
we
a
play golf.
euphemism.
Sugared
Yeah.
in bronze.
I got to go get
Yeah.
my
Is
sugaring
where
done.
you can get your sugaring and also your
Unbelievable.
tanning done.
Right.
So
Can
if
you
you wanted
eat
to
the
double
sugar?
up, you can get yourself
I
waxed and you can
swear to
get
God,
tan.
I thought it was something food related.
Oh, I
Right.
know you did. I
Yeah.
know where you were
Yeah.
going when you said I go to Gelson's.
I-
And then
well,
sugaring.
It's just
No,
in
no,
the
no.
same place. There's a CVS, there's a
Yeah.
Starbucks.
Yeah.
Like it's all of that
Never
stuff.
heard of it. Sugaring.
Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
one,
Thank you very
the
much.
one that I used to go to was like in Diamond Bar. No, Brea. It was called Adam and Eve. So it's like I feel like that Adam and Eve sugaring, right? Like I don't even think
Travis,
it's there.
if you sugar, I don't want to know. Don't ever tell me you sugar. Okay?
Well, there
Anybody
goes-
in this room.
Like, when's your
Yeah.
birthday?
June 9th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
We're
I-
almost twins.
Gemini.
Why? Who?
I'm also a Gemini.
Oh
yeah.
Lord.
Who else is?
I'm June 6th.
June
We've
6th.
talked
Okay,
about
there you
this
go.
before,
June
yeah.
9th. Yeah.
I was going to get you a sugaring package.
No,
for
you
your
were not.
birthday,
Yeah,
and
that
now
will
it's,
that will be regifted.
It's out the window. It's out the window.
It
Now
would
I'm
be
going
like
to have to reconsider
what's
everything.
the Steve Carell movie? Like not This Is 40, but the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
he gets his.
Oh, Kelly
good.
Clarkson.
That's terrific.
Yes.
That's terrific. It is Oscars weekend, of course. Emily, I know you're fired up for that. You've got a little special presentation for us throughout the day.
I do. Do you want one now?
Sure, give me one now.
All right. I'm going to cue up my music here. I have music. All right. There it is. Some award show music here.
Production elements.
So I'm going to kind of group these together as pairs. And I did this last year, and it was a hit with at least Andy Kamenetsky. So
Good
I'll
enough
do
for
it
me.
again. I'm going to give you guys... So if you're... I don't want to say being forced, but if you're at an Oscar party and you haven't watched any of these movies like a lot of people have, these movies are not high earning.
I've seen 0 of them.
Exactly. Here are the Oscar races, the Best Picture nominee Oscar races as sports comparisons.
Okay.
All right, so my first person I'm going to talk about is Conclave. Conclave is a movie about the election of a new pope. But I think the Conclave is more about the Ravens. So why Conclave is the Ravens, it's a really solid ensemble cast. The Ravens had, 8 all-pro people?
Okay.
The Conclave has some of the best cast of any of the movies on this list. But just for some reason, they can't get it done on the biggest stage. They only have 2 major, quote, precursor wins at the BAFTAs and SAG, and they might be undone by someone not catching a ball for a 2-point conversion. So that's Conclave.
Okay.
And so Conclave is the Ravens. Next, I'm going to talk about Nickel Boys, my favorite
Do you
movie
know
of
this
the
one?
year.
I know
No.
Conclave. I don't know
No.
Nickel Boys at all.
Nickel Boys was a surprise addition into the Best Picture nominee race. It is my favorite movie of last year, but I think Nickel Boys are the Cleveland Cavaliers this season.
Oh.
Real ball knowers know that this is the best picture, but it's hard to picture it winning a title. It has some new guys on the block behind it, and at times has gone under the radar. So, Nickel Boys is the Cleveland Cavaliers of the Best Picture race.
That makes sense. What is give me the 10-second plot of Nickel Boys.
It is based off of a Colson Whitehead novel, and it is 2 boys in the South go to a segregated reform school.
Oh, I heard about this
and
one.
may or may not have things happen to them there.
Okay.
And it's all filmed from first person.
Okay.
So
Wow.
you are the camera.
Yeah.
And it switches perspective throughout the movie. So it's the most beautiful film I've ever seen.
So we've got the Ravens and the Cavs, DeMarco.
Yeah,
those
Ravens
are
and the
teams.
Cavs.
Those are by the
I
way,
like it.
neither the Ravens nor the Cavs are winning the Super Bowl or the NBA championship.
No.
So
But
I
the Ravens had a
Interesting.
chance. There's
yeah,
points
but
in
they're the
times where you
Ravens, and
thought-
they always seem to spit the bit at the worst possible moments.
Just
so,
like Conclave.
That's how that's going to go. Do you think we get our news today? Do we think we get our Matthew Stafford news today? By the end
You
of
mean
the
like a
weekend?
deal?
Like an announcement
Whether-
that we are keeping him, moving forward, trading him, that some sort of they're scheduled
No.
to meet with him today.
You may get some sort of reaction that might tell you what is coming, but no. I don't think a contract is coming today.
Not a contract necessarily, but
A statement?
we've decided we're going to work this out and he's going to stay. Or the opposite. We've decided that we're not going to be able to come to an agreement and we anticipate trading Matthew Stafford. Now, to where or to whom or for how much or what's coming back the other way, that maybe not by the end of our show or maybe not even by the end of today, but it does feel like we are getting to the 1 yard line.
I never thought of that. I never thought about having a statement done. I'm happy they're actually talking about stuff. And there's been a lot of talk about Matthew Stafford. And it's funny, this hat was just coincidence. I did bring this just to remind people of what we are talking about. Mm-hmm. That is the Super Bowl ring they won here. Mm-hmm. And there was only one author of this, and it's Matthew Stafford. So when you're talking about money and talking about, and this is funny, dude, some people I just can't watch sports with ever again. So we had basketball practice, right?
Okay.
And there's some I love all the kids, but some of their parents drive me nuts. So I go back to this guy's house, and we're watching the Lakers. And he's got Lakers gear on, and he is a LeBron hunk.
Okay.
So LeBron, I guess, grabbed his 15th or 16th rebound. And he's going on and on about how good LeBron is, how much he dwarfs Jordan in so many different environments, right?
How old is this person?
He's close to our age.
Okay.
Yeah, He's legit.
He saw Michael Jordan play?
He can speak on it, but
Okay.
he loves LeBron. So
Okay.
he's going on and on about how the greats couldn't do this, couldn't be this great at this age.
Okay.
And
Fair.
in the same
interesting.
breath, not 30 seconds later, tell me Matthew Stafford's too old to be a quarterback. The same
Just because
freaking
of what his
breath.
birth certificate says?
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, LeBron is great at 40, and he's special. He's above Jordan. Oh, well, you don't want to sign Stafford. He's too old.
Yeah, those
What
don't.
sense does that make?
It's illogical.
It's stupid. It
Yeah.
didn't make sense at all. So it seems like that's what people are hung up on. It's the age. It can't be the money. It's not your money.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
not your money.
It's not our money collected, but it.
The other thing is the age.
I think there's age, there's money, there's timeline, there's are you as close as you think you are? Like there's a lot of factors.
That's why
that
I
go
brought
into
this.
it.
This is the timeline. I could care less about anything else. You're in pursuit of this. And if you get one, good, you have to retool. Kansas City has to retool. Philadelphia is going to have to retool. You retool every single year. 30% of your roster on average changes every single year.
Sure.
So this is normal. So the reasons why people bring up the fact they don't want Matthew Stafford is his age. But you can't say LeBron is great at 40 and then say Stafford's
That's one
too
guy.
old.
I don't care what
I know.
one random guy has to say about
But it's
it.
also crazy that, and it's funny, that playoff game versus Philadelphia was how long ago?
Month or so.
And how fast people turn on him.
Oh, that happens. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
So this is why I never begrudge a guy getting the bag. Get
No.
as much as you can.
Nor
that
do
game was
I.
2 months ago.
There's a couple of things I think that are in play here. And let's talk about this coming up next, because there's a third option that I really never thought about until I saw it this morning. And I want to get your read on that, because what if they come to an agreement but can't come to the second part of the agreement? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Tonight in Dallas, the Kings begin a 3-game road trip, looking for their 3rd win of the year over the Stars. Last time, Kevin Fiala stole the show and helped the Kings win it in a shootout.
Matthew Shane got 2 goals tonight. Must score to keep the game going. Cuts in front to Shane. Stopped by Riddick. Kings win!
Kings, Stars, tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific on the all-new ESPN LA app.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonicare electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, at Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
You want to make friends? You buy around for the bar.
Yeah.
Luka did that with parking. I thought that was fantastic.
Terrific.
Yes.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
We're not balling. We take it back to the days of yes, Sheldon. We're holding on to what's golden.
Are you still feeling it from Roland giving you all the love yesterday from your vibes?
I mean, this is my vibe, but he just
Yeah,
liked it.
this is in honor of Clinton Yates.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, there we go.
The star of the Clinton Yates Show, which is on 7 to 9 every morning right here on 710 ESPN and
you.
across the country, of course.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Well, I popped in because, and I don't want to step on what you were going to say, but I have this question I had to ask you specifically, DeMarco.
Shoot.
With your ring, what is that ring even? Just
This
sitting
is
here?
the Super Bowl ring.
This
is the one they won here in Los Angeles. So
Put my shades on, Travis. This thing is blinding.
When you get all the
He
nonsense.
almost.
Yeah.
So I asked him during the break. I'm like, hey, let me see that thing. And I'd seen it before. I'm like, let me see that.
Wow.
And you got ready to toss it to me across the table.
You'll
And I'm
catch it?
like, hold up.
Like it was a baseball.
Look.
Yeah.
Brady
I got
threw
pretty
the
good
Lombardi.
hands.
Yeah.
I think I would catch
Right.
it, but just in case I didn't, I don't want to be the reason that
Brady
diamonds
was throwing
go
the
spraying
Lombardi
everywhere.
from boat to boat.
And that's
That was
true.
crazy.
Come
He's
on,
also
you can do that.
He's Tom
quarterback.
Brady. I'm a radio slap that's got nothing
Yes,
going on.
but I brought it just to remind ourselves what we are going after.
Okay, and
Yeah.
maybe to remind yourselves who won what with what team where, which relates to my question about Matthew Stafford. Is it possible you were closer to this than I? This is why I wanted to ask you. They let him out into the world to investigate the markets or explore the market. They figure out that maybe what he's going to get, maybe is the range, maybe they're close on money, and Stafford just says, you know what? Didn't like the way you treated me. Not about the money. Not about the money anymore.
Definitely a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make him mad.
That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
I do, and that's a cousin to what I was going to bring up.
Okay.
So let's say, and there's reporting out there today that says that both the Raiders and the Giants are willing to go to the $90 to $100 million range.
Right.
Okay, and let's just, for the sake of the discussion, assume that that's just too much for the Rams. They're out at that price.
45 to 50.
Okay, they're out at that price. And Matthew Stafford says, I've got a situation, and we'll just pick the Raiders, that I like, that they're willing to accommodate my requests, and I would like to go there. And the Rams say, great, okay, we're gonna try to make that happen for you. And they get Tom Brady, Mark Davis, whoever is in charge ultimately of the decision over there, and says, all right, we're going to do this. And they don't get what they want coming back, whether it's the 6th pick or a combination of other things or other players or whatever it is. They don't have to trade him.
Right.
What if they say, listen, man, we'll trade him to you, but we have to have that 6th pick? Say the Raiders like, that's just way too much. We're not doing it. And the Rams say, no deal. Now what happens?
Garoppolo, you're up.
Oh, and does Matthew Stafford retire at that point?
No, he just holds out.
You really think he holds out
Yeah.
at this age?
He just doesn't come back to camp.
Okay,
he misses all OTAs. He misses all of minicamp.
Puts the pressure on him.
Puts the pressure on him.
Everybody digs their heels in at that point,
Yeah.
and there's a scenario where the Rams play the 2025 season with Jimmy Garoppolo as their quarterback, and Matthew Stafford is at home holding out.
It's a mess.
Podcasting with his wife. I'm
For
only
somebody's
half joking.
podcasting.
I'm only half joking.
Yeah,
I only say that
it's a
because
mess.
that's
Yeah.
that was why my question came from, Travis,
Yeah.
which is it possible that the first steps the Rams took in this screwed them up for the back end, which was simply not acquiescing? The whole idea of letting somebody walk out of the door to test the open market implies you're okay with losing them. And if that is enough to offend Matt Stafford, which would be understandable in my opinion, it's possible that it's not even about the money anymore. You know what I mean? And that is the worst case scenario
You
for
are
me
right on,
for the
Clinton.
Rams.
You're
Okay. I
definitely
didn't
right
know
on.
if I was crazy in thinking
No.
that perhaps the bond between player and team was more so.
It happens 10 times a year on a smaller scale.
Okay.
When you ball your butt off for a football team and you come up for contract negotiations and they lowball you. It's happened plenty of times.
Sure.
So whatever the deal is next, I don't even hear you anymore. After 4 years, this is what you think of me, I'm out.
Let me tell you,
I'm never coming back.
Am I reading too much into this? If what you guys are saying is true and makes sense, then the second they started with it, we'd love to have you, but the second I've thrown in but, I basically have not only potentially alienated you and offended you, I'm okay with that. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
Right? They know that throwing that out there that, hey, look, this is only money related. Well, okay.
Is it?
That
it is.
We want him back, but we have to make sure that it makes sense.
If he didn't make as much money as he did before, this would have already been done.
What I'm saying is it only money related for him or them?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're clearly okay with alienating him. They're clearly okay with at least having some line in the sand of, we're not going to do, we want you, but the but could be the thing that Stafford seizes on and says, no, that's all I'm hearing is you didn't want me. And the Rams are like, well, we do, but not at any circumstance.
Man, that's tough.
And that, by the way,
That's
is
football.
a gulf that is hard to bridge.
I would agree.
That is football.
Well, let me ask you this. Speaking of that is
Yeah.
football. If you're on that team and you see Stafford treated that way,
oh, yeah.
what does that do in terms of effect on morale for the locker room?
I'm glad you brought that up. So let's take Jared Verse, who's watching this, who's balled out, who's Rookie of the Year. And what do I keep saying about Jared Verse?
That they're not going to be able to afford him.
Enjoy him now because you won't be able to afford him when he comes up for a deal. So he's watching too. Oh, this is how you treat him? So when it comes time for me to resign, I'm not even going to try.
Oh.
Don't even have my agents call you and talk to you. If you try, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm done. This is what that stuff does.
Don't love that.
At all, but this is how business is done. This goes back to way back when Eric Dickerson was in town, when they didn't pay him, and he winds up going to Indy. That goes around your locker room. It's a mess.
With regards to Verse specifically, I wonder, my eyebrows would go up too. And that's like, well, okay, that's something to file away for a later date. Understanding that, okay, that's how they did him. Okay, I'm aware.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
aware. But let's fast forward the tape a couple of years, 3 years, whatever it is, whenever he's due to be up. And they come in and say, here, whoever the highest paid player at that position is at that time, here's that number plus another 15%. We love you.
Oh, I'm willing to listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You can buy me.
That's what
Right.
I'm saying. That my curiosity at, wait, they just did because I'm not 37 because
Yeah.
I'm not. I am entering my prime as opposed to exiting my prime. And you're willing to pay the freight at that point, and I like it here, and we're pretty good, and I like my teammates, I like my coaches, we're on a pretty good all that stuff's like, yeah, that happened. That's ancient history.
Sure,
yeah.
sure.
This is all going. But
No.
that's the other side, too. If you're Matthew Stafford, let me speak on his side. So if you're taking the dollars and you go someplace else just for the money, your biggest currency, your biggest equity is here. You got guys that will go to the mat for you.
Good point.
They've seen you. They know what you've gone through. They care about you. They will fight to the death for you. You go to someplace else and take the money, you're a mercenary. And the minute it goes south, it's going to be all your fault. And you have to start that and regain that stuff over again, and it's very painful. So I don't know why. I wouldn't trade that for money, for just a few extra million, especially when I've got it in the bank already.
There's a guy that I always use as an example of exactly what you just said. And this was a guy that was not just a champion, but a multiple-time champion, a fan favorite, was adored, and he left for a little bit more money, and it was never, and they hated his guts when he arrived. Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Kung Fu Panda?
Kung Fu Panda was the guy in San Francisco, chubby guy who raked and everybody loved him.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox offered him a little bit more money, and he went there, and the Red Sox fan hated him because he wasn't particularly good. He had no equity with them. He was making a ton of money, and they're like, we bought what?
Yeah.
And it was never the same again.
And you can. The hard feelings may never go away, but you can make this business deal work.
Here's the thing, though.
You don't have to like him. He doesn't have to like you.
It's not like they drafted him, though.
Yeah.
He was on mercenary status upon arrival. There's a slightly
But he
different
shed that
factor.
when he won.
No,
right
I know.
away.
And I'm not using mercenary as a negative or pejorative tone. What I'm saying is that's why this is so startling to me for the Rams. It's not like he was some guy that you picked and then you developed and there was no reason for him to
My
be here.
guess is-
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's a touch different. It's like, wait, you're going double mercenary with a guy who's already left one team and made it to a point that this franchise had never made in this town? That it's just really surprising
They
to me.
paid him
from
a
judgment
bunch of money,
standpoint.
and he's coming back for more. So it's like, I'm shocked. That's the other part. We've
Yeah.
already
Okay.
paid you a lot.
I
Now
wanna-
you want more.
I want to put this into the
Yeah.
equation as well. And Emily had the list yesterday during our last man standing, which, by the way, I have another one for later on today. The players that have made the most money in NFL history. In NFL history, as far as salary and
Career earnings.
Aaron Rodgers is number one.
Is he?
Wait.
Matthew Stafford is number two.
Ever.
In the
Holy
history
right.
of the league, he has made the second most
Changes
money
things, right?
ever.
That is a little surprising.
Okay, so
And now you want more.
with that
Yeah.
in mind, we're negotiating, and again, I'm going to use round numbers.
Yes.
The New York Giants are willing to pay you $50 million for 2 years, $100 million. Okay, let's just making it up.
Sure.
Let's just say the Rams are willing to pay you $44 million for 2 years, $88 million. You're going to leave for $12 million after we're willing to get you. He's already made $360. We're going to give you $88 more. We're going to get you to $440.
There is a blink point.
And you're going to leave for 12 more?
There is a blink
Yeah.
point to this chicken match.
That's one of those.
I had
really?
If I'd known that he
Really?
was
What does
number
Jordan
two
Love make? What does Trevor Lawrence make?
I'm not saying that isn't a valid point as well. It is. What I'm saying is, by the time it's all said and done, you're going to make between $450 and $435 million
Ever.
And you really want to go be the quarterback of the New York Giants
No, you
for
don't.
15 extra
Like I
million
said,
dollars?
there is a
Real
blink
question.
point. I don't
real
think he wants
question.
to leave.
How much
Yeah.
money has Clayton Kershaw made in his career?
I can look it up. My guess is probably about 300.
Are they competing?
Maybe.
They're boys.
Stafford's going to win.
You mean, are they competing for money?
They literally are boys who
I
went
would
to the same
never,
high school and played together.
I would never compete with a baseball player for money.
If you got a chance to
I
do
would
it if you
never.
were Stafford.
But their money's guaranteed.
Stafford's going to beat him. That's what I'm saying, Travis. They're from. I mean, this is Highland Park. There's a possibility that this is at play.
I like it.
On some level. I mean,
I
I'm being
like it.
slightly flippant here,
I
but
wanna
like
make more
that's
than
the
you.
first thing I thought of.
Stafford has already beat him. And by a deep, he's at, Clayton Kershaw's at 299.
Oh, so Stafford's
Matthew
ahead
Stafford's
of him
at 350.
Wow. See, that's why you
It's
might
over.
compete.
So it's over. Clayton Kershaw's not making another
That's
$150 million.
No, this
not
is,
happening.
This is just about being appreciated. Like she said, this guy's making more, this guy's making more. There's no way I should be paid less than them. So just let's make up the difference some. And it does not matter how much I've been paid in the future. It's what about now? I'm better than them.
I get
I
it.
took Philadelphia to the wire.
That's if I'm Matthew Stafford, that's the argument
it.
I'm making.
And
if
Yes.
I did that.
That's part.
Yes.
If I'm the Rams,
Yeah.
I'm making the argument that I just made,
Yes.
which is, look, I'm not disrespecting you. We've paid you $280 million.
Let me make one point here, right? So this is about teams being in different places. So this is L.A. If you have a bad product, they won't show. If you go south, they won't show. This is business. This is your best quarterback. This is your best chance to win now.
Yeah.
You make the deal.
I don't think anybody disputes that. I think that
They're
is
not
that
showing
is a
up
given.
for bad products.
There's only two teams that can survive bad products in this town. It's the Lakers and the Dodgers.
That's it.
And that would take a long time for people to go, I'm out on that, but they're the only two. Everybody else.
Years.
It would take I mean, maybe even decades for that to go away. But they're the only two. Everybody else is, are you good? Okay, tell me more. Are you good? No. Yeah. Let me know when you're good.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you.
Some of your best teams outdrew you.
I appreciate that, DeMarco.
Now imagine if it's bad.
Yeah.
I needed your expertise.
Yes.
So thank you.
You got it. You got it. Thank
See you, boys.
Yeah. Thank you very much, my man.
Vandy
I love how he
USC at
pops
the
in.
Great Park, 2:00 on Sunday or Saturday.
I'm going to USC UCLA on Saturday, and I can't fill up my dance card that much.
All right.
Get all the way down to Irvine, back to Pauley. That's a lot of moving
I'm just
around.
telling you, it's happening.
Waymo.
Waymo.
There you go.
You would be a Waymo.
Waymo.
guy.
Sit
Time
in the
for me
back
to
and
go.
go to sleep. You're good.
Oh my God! The only thing worse than being in a Waymo would be being asleep in a
Sit
Waymo.
back and go to sleep.
At
Come
least
on.
I can try to throw myself out of the car when
Once
it's getting
you're
ready
in
to
the
drive
car,
into the
who
brick
cares?
wall.
Yeah, you've already
I
accepted
guess
your
so.
fate. There you go.
I guess there's something to that. What's on tap today on 710 ESPN? That's a great question. Let me answer it. Thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra. The Lakers are back for their third game in 4 nights at home, this time against the Los Angeles Clippers. Coverage begins at 5:30. Tip-off at 7. You can hear it for your afternoon drive on 710 ESPN or in crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. I'm going to put you on the spot when we come back. Get ready. I'm going to make you answer. It's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers GOAT. That's right, GOAT. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com.
Grill to order at Waba Grill because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Hey!
Can't help but notice that you're eating fruit again.
I'm not going to stop eating fruit. Forget you, Roland. Making me feel bad.
I got home yesterday and I had my Albertson sushi. Delicious as always.
Oh, Lord.
And then you know what I had after that?
What?
An orange.
There you go.
It was great.
Was it great?
It was terrific.
Was it lovely?
It was cold.
There you go.
It was juicy.
It's
it
natural.
was sweet.
It's from the earth.
You know what else made it pretty
What?
nice? It's easy to peel.
There you go.
Yeah, when you get a nice, easy peel orange, that's a good moment.
Do you like them soft, like when you pick them out? The thin skin soft?
So if I'm getting a thin-skinned one, yes,
Yes.
soft. But if you're getting one that has more of that rugged peel, I want it to feel a little loose in
A
there.
little loose, because you know that peel's coming off easy. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
But the thin-skinned ones are usually the juicier
Juicy, that's all.
Those are the ones you got to cut instead of peel.
These are the ones I took for
You got it.
myself.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. You ready?
Wait, hold on. Okay, shoot.
I think, well, I shouldn't think. I know where my money is on this. Is Matthew Stafford on this team next year?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Yes.
I
think he's
so, too.
having fun with it. I think at some point it comes to an end, and soon, with
Yes.
a deal.
Yes.
Yes. I think he got what he wanted. He wanted to feel appreciated.
Clearly, people want him to be their quarterback.
Yes.
Including the Rams.
Yes.
And I keep coming back to this. In how long he's been here 5 years?
Yes.
Okay. So in the 5 years he's been here, and in the 10 years he was in Detroit prior to that, you know what? Not one whisper that I've heard about him anywhere from anybody, right? Talking to all the people that you and I talk to, and I've never heard he's anything other than a guy that wants to win. I've never heard that he's anything other than an incredible competitor, that he's incredibly tough, that he wants to go. The reason he left Detroit, where he was beloved, is like, guys, I want to go win somewhere.
I'm tired of losing.
I'm tired of, and that's why I have a
Garrett,
really
I'm tired of losing.
hard time envisioning him going to a team that is not close to winning, the Giants, going to a team that really is not that close to winning, the Raiders, by NFL quarterback standards, is an amount of money that isn't really that significant. If he were getting his first deal, or this was his first bite at the apple, by the time this is said and done, he's going to have made about $450 million.
More than anyone.
So if 450 is more important to you than 435, and being on a good team through the last part of your career, that would be counterintuitive to everything I've ever heard about that guy.
You know, I think the thing that I keep coming back to, it's not necessarily him and it's not necessarily the team. I think both are doing what they're supposed to do. You're not supposed to overpay. You try to get a player for as low as you can get him if you're the team. And the player always wants as much as he can get.
Of course.
So they're doing the exact right thing. Maybe it's the quarterback pay that's out of whack. Maybe that's the issue, that you pay guys that don't actually deserve it.
I'll sign up for that.
Which would make a real guy like Stafford mad.
Yeah.
Like this moron up here is making 55. We just beat him.
By 25 points.
Right.
Yeah.
The guy that you just beat in Minnesota is about to make more money this year than Matthew Stafford.
I get it. And that
it
would
doesn't
bother,
make sense.
That would bother me too. And it would be one of those things that would bother me, and it would be illogical, all of those things. Do I want to go be on a bad Giants team for a couple of years at the end of my career? Or do I want to stay in L.A. on a good team with a good coach, with teammates I love, with an opportunity to compete?
To make more of a Hall of Fame resume.
All of that.
Yes.
All of it. It just and by the way, I think this is going to be one of those things. I heard this from somebody. I would love to give credit for the first time I heard it. I don't remember it. A good deal is the deal where both parties leave unhappy.
Yeah,
and I think that
he's going to leave happy no matter what.
Well, not if he look. If he again round numbers. If he wants 50 and Tua's got 50 and Lawrence is getting 50 and he gets 46.5,
you're still happy.
Yes, but that's not exactly what I wanted.
You're
you know
super
what I mean?
rich when you walked in and when you leave.
He already is.
I know, and
you know what I mean. But that's what I'm getting
if somebody
at.
hands you close to $50 million, you're going to be happy.
The Rams have to go a little. They have to suffer, hurt a little more than they want to. He has to give a little more than he wants to, and I keep coming back to it.
Yeah. The other
It's
thing
the
is
best for both parties.
If you beat Philadelphia, if the Rams and Matthew Stafford actually beat Philly, go on to the Super Bowl, and then beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Are we still here?
Of course not.
That's what
He's a two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. He's immediately getting that extension.
To dock him now because you were a game short doesn't make sense.
Well,
so if he would have won,
that's
if he would have won a second Super Bowl,
hold on a second.
It's the same guy.
I understand, but he wasn't a play away. This was a win away,
plays.
another win, and then another win. This
another
was,
win and a win.
Yeah,
2 wins.
Yeah, 3. Philly, the NFC Championship game, and the Super Bowl. That's 3.
Okay, all right.
So it's not like they were on the 1 yard
wins.
line in the Super Bowl.
But close. You were almost there. So it's basically the same guy. But had you got the 3 wins and become a 2-time Super Bowl champion, now there's no discussion.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
It's the same
I don't
guy.
Think it is the same guy, but it's not the same circumstances.
So the fact that you lost means you get to stand on it and say, "I can't pay you now." But if you won, I'd pay you easily.
Kinda.
That makes no sense.
I mean,
it's
for
the
context,
same
It's the way it goes,
dude.
I understand, but you know how it is. It's not just everything isn't in a vacuum.
If he won the Super Bowl, you can't
but
win.
He didn't.
You would lose in the court of public opinion if you didn't pay him.
That's why they would have to do what they had to do.
This weekend, if Adrian Brody wins another Oscar for his Best Actor, his next contract, it goes up exponentially. If he loses, it doesn't.
Yeah, the context matters, I think. It may be illogical or whatever, but they would be under such enormous pressure to do it that the way it is now, the way it actually played out is he good? Absolutely. Is he our best chance? Absolutely. Did we win this? No. No.
So therefore, we can lowball him.
It's not lowballing. They're negotiating.
Well, lowball. It's not what he wants. It's on the low end.
Yeah.
What he wants, we're on the bottom of that. That's lowballing.
Well,
yeah.
Not if I'm the Rams, I don't look at it as lowballing. I'm looking, this is what I can afford to do right now. This is where I can go. If the circumstances were different, I would have to reevaluate. But they're not different. This is what it is.
It doesn't compute, though, because you fell just a little bit short.
You're giving them more credit than I think
Who?
The Rams. They weren't a little short. They were 3 wins short.
I'm going off what the Eagles said. The Eagles said the only team close to us was the Rams.
They did play them.
So if you got past Philly, you win the NFC Championship,
Who
just
knows?
like Philadelphia.
Who knows?
I'm just going off what Philly said. This is all speculation. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
But we're talking about
the
the guy that got you that far. So the fact that you didn't get the last 3 wins means, well, I'm not going to pay you what you want. But if you did, I'd pay you exactly what you want. Same guy.
Kinda.
That doesn't make any sense.
But it's not the same circumstance, DeMarco. They didn't win those 3 games. They didn't even get a chance to play in the last 2.
But what changed if he did besides your
they would have won them.
Your 2-time champ?
Right.
What's changed about Stafford and his ability, his age, everything?
We would have seen him win 2 Super Bowls, and in this situation,
the team would have won. But he's still the same guy, same blood,
he's the same
sinew,
human being,
same everything. Right.
Yes.
But the fact that you didn't win means you're worth less.
Yes.
No, that's not
You
how
would
this
have
goes.
seen him have
That's not how
game-winning
this
drive against
goes.
the Eagles. You would have seen him
Of course, it's that how it
That's
goes.
not how this goes. No.
No, that's like saying I would like to be paid like I'm a starting pitcher in the major leagues because had I beaten Fullerton in 1992, I would have gotten drafted. I would have gone. It's like it's just not how it played out. I'm the same person.
So let's take Alaric Jackson. He takes less because you didn't win the Super Bowl. Same left tackle, same grades, same everything.
No,
but the fact that you didn't win the Super Bowl,
quarterbacks are in a different category.
You're up for money. You're negotiating money.
Yeah, but that's
so
not
let's take Alaric Jackson.
Okay.
Alaric Jackson, same season, same grade.
Yeah.
But since you didn't win the Super Bowl, he's worth less. Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't because it quarterbacks and offensive linemen quarterbacks are in their own category. Everybody else is kind of in a similar one.
Yeah.
But the quarterbacks are because of what you were talking about earlier, guys like Tua and Trevor Lawrence and those guys.
Let's take Kyron Williams then.
Yeah.
If you win the Super Bowl, same season, same everything, he gets paid more.
Doesn't change my opinion on him at all.
Oh,
we saw Cooper Kupp get overpaid after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
He got overpaid.
No, Kupp doesn't get overpaid.
What?
I no.
Sure.
You cannot overpay Cooper Kupp. And I will die on that hill. He is so important to this football team. So important to this offense.
Then why are they moving on from him, too?
He's getting older. He's getting older in his production slips.
But if they would have won the Super Bowl, then he's a 2-time Super Bowl. No, that's what I mean. It's like
you cannot overpay. You cannot overpay for Cooper Kupp. That's basically Sean McVay on the field in pads. That's how important he is to the offense. So you cannot overpay for that. His production has slipped.
At the time you're talking about.
His production has slipped, correct.
Yeah.
Definitely slipped. He's lost a step. I get it. But overpay? No.
It's a snake draft. Coming up next is Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
That was that long pause.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
That's fine. You glaze Tom Brady every day.
Well, wait a second. No, I don't. Hold on a second. I'm not accepting that from you, and here's why.
Why is that?
Because I'm not so sure I understand what glazing means yet. Now, when I find out and I understand truly what glazing means, then I may say
it's just to praise someone, to compliment them regularly.
That's it.
Like
that there's nothing more to it than that. That just glazing.
Yeah, you're like, yeah. Why are you glazing this guy so much?
Over complimenting almost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would say that I probably glaze Tom Brady a little bit.
You definitely do.
Okay. Well, here.
There's nothing wrong with it, but you do.
The act of sucking up to someone, glazing, the act of sucking up to someone. Okay, but, I accept that I glaze Tom Brady. Do you guys accept that you guys both glaze LeBron?
I don't.
Come on.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. Is there a sporting event you always wanted to go to but never had time to plan? That's where Absolute Sport comes in. They handle everything, tickets, hotels, VIP access, so you can just live in the moment and enjoy the experience. And because of their trusted league and travel partnerships, they can get you the best deals and actually save you money. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your sports dream a reality.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Get your yard game ready with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Ego has nearly 200,000 5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard, power your tailgate, power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
The Travis and DeMarco Show rolls on.
On LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
It's a snake draft. It is a snake draft. It is also the 26th birthday of Luka Doncic.
Happy birthday to you.
How is he only 26? I feel like he's been in the league for 10 years.
It's crazy. I mean, almost 10 years if
I
he
know.
joins at like 19.
Have you seen that moonball shot he hit last night?
Insane.
I mean, you have to do that a lot to hit that shot, right?
Okay, I got a question for you. And yes, I think they probably has taken that shot before. It was the only three he made. He couldn't throw a pebble in the ocean yesterday. He was shooting like absolute garbage.
Right.
And
that shows up.
And that's why I think that was more just blind squirrel
luck
kind of
shot?
moment
Okay.
than because he had a couple of wide open looks that barely hit the rim.
I wonder what his SAT score would be. Looks like you've been in the gym for a long time doing stuff like that. That's all you've done, sir. There you go.
It's a good shot. Happy birthday, Luka.
And we can talk about more about Luka at 11, but since it's his birthday and it's 26, not necessarily like one of those Hallmark years, but not a bad year to celebrate as well. We were talking, we should draft birthdays you want to celebrate. Fun birthdays. You're like, let's go hard on this birthday.
The best birthday to celebrate.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
The order is DeMarco first, then Laura, then Emily, then Travis. 3 each, 12 total.
I
That's
get
all I can put on
first?
the graphic, Anthony. And you are first. So, DeMarco, what's your pick?
I'm going for 21 then. Your 21st birthday is the only birthday you should celebrate.
It's a good one.
That's the one. That's where you finally get to drink
It's-
on your own.
It's the
Yes.
number one. It's where you can drink without having to worry about anything.
Correct,
You
Mundo.
You can go to a liquor
bar.
store and buy it with your real ID.
Can I see your ID? Absolutely, sir.
Yeah,
Here you
and
go.
you
Would
bring out the actual
Yes.
ID.
Would
as
you like
opposed
to
the
see
other
my
one.
ID? Yes.
Funny thing, in Virginia, it's a really weird law, but the day before your birthday, you can buy liquor. So there's a sign on the wall that says if your birthday is on this date or earlier, you can buy it. So on my birthday is June 6th. On June 5th, I could buy liquor.
Wow.
I think it's some sort of rule that they don't want people buying on the birthdays and getting in car accidents, but then you just get it
Oh.
the day before. Anyway, weird Virginia law, but it's always
that is
fun.
Strange.
Yeah. All right, Laura, what is the best birthday to you to celebrate?
You took it, 21, duh. But I'll take 18 because I wanted to be an adult and do my own decisions. And Lord, was I wrong, but 18.
You can go to jail, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lord, was I wrong.
You can drink in Europe.
Yeah, you can go to jail.
I was like, I'm an adult,
Yeah.
Mom. Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Before that, they put mom and dad in jail.
No.
And this, you go to
Charge
jail.
you as an adult.
Okay, I'm going to go with one that's a little more, I don't know. It's huge news when someone reaches this. You get on the news, you get on everywhere.
It's a good choice.
I'm going to go 100.
Yeah.
Hundo.
So if
Oh,
you
that's
reach
a good
100,
one.
you're a
Good
part of the centenarians, and it's a big one it's a huge milestone to reach. So
What was that
100.
guy? Willard Scott?
Willard Scott.
Willard Scott with
Yeah.
the birthdays,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
And also a lot of, there's that rumor that, or whatever, that like sometimes people might say they reach 100, but they haven't because their birth certificates are all over the place. But 100 is a great one to celebrate.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Never
Travis
been to a
got
hundo birthday party.
My grandma
Yeah.
got close. She got to 98.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So, but
Wow.
I've never been to a
Blessings.
100th
Round
birthday
that
party.
thing up.
I know.
And they always say like, "Oh, what's the secret?" And they're like, "Dr. Pepper every day."
You
Yes.
saw that lady, right? Did
Yeah.
you see her?
No.
Like last, she turned like 106.
Yeah.
Yeah, 106. And they asked, like Em said, what's the secret? She goes, I drink 3 Dr. Peppers every day.
Really?
3 Dr. Peppers.
Oh, yeah. Let's get them on.
Their
Come on.
bodies
Yeah.
are built
Give me a
different.
case. Yeah.
You know what that tells me? It doesn't. You're going to live. And
Yep.
barring
Yeah, yeah.
an accident,
Right.
you're going to live how long? Yeah, I smoked cigarettes every day from the time I was 12, and I lived to be 94 years
Right.
old. Okay. Yeah, you weren't
That's
getting
you.
taken out for it. That's you.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, so got two.
I don't know if this is the only one, but this birthday has a name, right? Sweet 16.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
I will take the 16. We get to drive a car,
Yeah.
maybe some other little benefits kind
That's
of
a
come
good one.
along.
Yeah.
So I will take 16. And then for the next one, and I think this is when if stuff goes typically, stuff's going. You've established yourself in your line of work. Maybe you have a family. Maybe you've kind of figured out what you are good at, what you're not good at, and it's a nice round number, 50.
Nice.
The big 5-0, I think, is a big one
That's a
as well.
solid one.
Yeah,
Yeah, you made it.
And you're
Yeah.
you're by the way, you can no longer under any circumstances be a young person, but you're also not an old person.
You're not old either.
You're
Yeah, yeah.
you're somewhere
Right.
beyond young, but far from old.
Congratulations.
Yes.
You've made it this
You
far.
made it to 50.
You've outrun Logan's Run. Yeah.
Great
You go.
movie.
You've outrun it.
Weird movie, by
Yes,
the way.
you've outrun it.
And you hit that about like what 30 years ago?
Dang.
See,
Dang.
DeMarco's
Couldn't
older.
hold that.
DeMarco and Greg Fisher
Why,
are
she
both
took
older
a shot
than
at
me.
you. Why take a shot at me? She's back over there.
You and G Fish are the older
Come
men in
on.
the group.
Shout out
Yes.
G-Fish. All right, so I'm gonna go with one that's like, I don't know. I feel like this is a fun one. It's when you are working with little kids, it's like you can get to the whole hand. You're like, I'm this many.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
feels like a fun birthday because you're getting into kindergarten, and I think this might be like the first one I actually remember. I don't know. So
Yeah,
5 is
5,
mine.
yeah.
So I have 105.
Laura.
Yeah, Laura.
That's a cute one. I actually
is-
thought about
yeah.
the 5th one. So another one for me, I don't know why, but I always wanted to turn 13. I was like, I'm going to be a teenager. So 13 would be, and I remember like exactly what I got, how I celebrated, everything. So 13.
I was thought that would come around to me again, but
13.
that's a good one because
13's
you're a
good.
teenager.
Yep. Yeah.
All right,
what
Marco.
what year was that? That would have
Eighth
been
grade for me.
That would have been 1983. Four.
Four.
I mean, do we do it again, Travis?
Great years for
I
movies.
wasn't even born.
Great year for movies.
I was not
Everything
born.
exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah. Russians were bad. Yes.
Oh yeah, we had good enemies.
Oh, big time. I must
yeah.
break you. Yeah.
All right, DeMarco, you have 2.
Kind of piggybacking off you. I think 5 is awesome because I am 5. I love this. But it's always cute when you go, it's the first birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the first birthday is always super cute. The little baby, everybody's there. It's so much fun. The baby
It's more
could
for
care-
the parents,
More for the
obviously.
parents. The baby could care less. It's about the parents. So
Yes.
your first birthday, awesome.
Good one.
All right, and
You
your
get another one.
your last one.
Oh, my last one. Oh, God. 40. You did 50.
I did 50.
I'll do 40 for the same as 50. Your 40th birthday is a big deal because you realize you're not young anymore.
Yep.
When you're in your 30s, you're still looking back at your 20s.
And you're close enough.
Close enough?
Yeah.
Right. You may even forget. When did you realize how old you were? Because there was a time when I was in my 30s, if somebody asked me how old I was, I said 27.
Yeah, it's funny. 50 was the one that
Yeah.
made me no longer feel like I was a young person.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
even 40 and in your 40s, it's like your 20s didn't seem that like you can't pretend to be anything other than 50 when you're 50.
Right.
Like, you're just that's it.
But as a ball
Or you're
player,
like Bill Belichick, and you.
yeah, as a ball player, 40 is the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And under the best of circumstances.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So when you hit 40 was a big deal. Yeah.
All right, Laura.
Okay, so as a Latina,
You gotta do. I was gonna say you
okay,
have to.
No, I'm not because
Oh.
it traumatized me because I never got a quinceañera.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm
I
not
was
gonna
shocked
go,
that you hadn't picked it yet.
I'm not gonna do the quince because
Okay.
I was traumatized for that. My sisters didn't get one, so I didn't get one. And then I thought about 25, but then I was like, I talked yesterday with you and Roland about something. And as I've gotten older, I feel like I've gotten healthier and I've done a lot better for myself. So I'm going to go with the odd one, 35.
35.
Could be president.
35.
So that's that birthday. See,
Yep.
you're having a 35th birthday party.
It's a random one. It's
Yeah.
not like the 40 or the 50, but there's a specific reason for me. So
like, why are we
35.
celebrating 35?
Because I'm alive, baby.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Because
Right.
you could be the president.
But the outside in, that's one.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Outside in.
Yeah.
Okay, like
you can now officially run for
we can run
president.
for
I mean,
president.
I'm not going to get into that. But, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So 35 just because I feel like
Nice.
you took 40, so 35.
Okay, so I'm actually going to take one you mentioned, Laura. I'm going to take 25 because to me, it's the last birthday besides like big round numbers
Yep.
that is like
Important.
cool to be going out about your birthday. Like, it's my birthday at 25 and you're young enough to go hard. You have a little bit of money because you've been working maybe for 2-3 years, you know, not tons of money, but maybe you could ball out for one night. And it kind of is it feels like a big one. So it kind of is the tipping point to like the late 20s, whatever.
Yeah.
But you still have the energy to go hard. So 25 is my pick. And then
That
Travis
would
is
be
the last
fun.
one.
That would be fun. They come in with the sparklers. Like, what are they celebrating? It's 25th birthday.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm keeping my eye on that table.
I'm in over
And I
there.
think
I'm seeing what else is going on.
You can
over
rent
there.
a car.
You
Yeah.
could
You
rent
could
a
rent a car.
You
Yeah.
could rent it cheaper,
Yeah.
right? Too. Like,
I
something
did
like that.
New Orleans for my 25th. That was fun.
Ooh,
Oh,
my
nice.
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
New Orleans
There's
is a
no
great
bad time to go to New Orleans.
Yeah,
But I
no.
had a little bit of money. But New Orleans isn't that expensive. It can be varying expensive cities, but like it was very fun.
And the food is good.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
The drinks,
All right,
too.
so I've got relatively young, 16. I've got middle-aged at 50. So I'm going to take an old one. I wanted 100, but Emily took it, so I'm going to go 99. They're not quite at that century, but 99 is a cool number. Not exactly a round number, but like 96, 7, and 8 are like, yeah, that's old. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but 99 now you're on the doorstep to 100, so I will take 99.
You know what
99?
blew my brain yesterday? Hackman was 95.
95.
Yeah.
95.
Yeah.
I never saw him as 95. He's
But I also always saw him
50.
as 50.
Right, always 50.
Even when he bloomed late.
When he was
Yeah.
Popeye Doyle
He
in
was
the
still
French
50.
Connection, I don't know how old he was. Take a peek, see if you can figure that out.
He still looked
It
50.
felt like he was 55,
Yeah.
and he was probably 26.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Yes, he just got that old face.
he got a very old energy to him.
God
Well,
bless him.
he didn't. I think, if I'm remembering this wrong, I watched a video yesterday. I think Bonnie and Clyde was one of his first hits, and he was 37. He was
37
older.
back then.
He was older when he was starting
Wow.
to act because I think he was in the military, and so he had a later start to his career.
So when we were having the Gene Hackman conversation
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, and Ireland told the story, and I mentioned too that he and Dustin Hoffman were both
roommates.
Roommates, and they were together at the Pasadena Playhouse here in town. You know who the third roommate was? Andy AK texted me this like instantly. Robert Duvall.
Duvall, Hackman, and Hoffman.
Yes.
Wow.
Robert
that's
Duvall.
powerful. Super
Like,
powerful.
one of those guys with a couple of like guys that, oh yeah, I knew that guy from that. Those are all heavyweights.
Yeah, big time. Is
Like,
Duvall still with us?
I
He is.
think so.
And Hoffman is still
And
with us.
he was 37 when he was in Bonnie and Clyde.
Okay. Wow.
So I just got a text. I don't think none of us took 30, right?
No.
So my friend's like,
because that's the
"Yo,"
death.
Right. My friend's like, dude, what about 30? I was so excited. I was like, hell no.
That's
When
when
you're in
it's
your
over.
20s,
Yeah.
I thought my 30s were over. I mean, now that I'm in my 30s, I'm like, damn, I
Well,
look
yeah.
good for 30.
You-
but when
That-
you're in your
yeah.
20s and you hit 30,
You got to change bars when you're 30.
like, it's
You got to
crazy.
change bars.
You change bars.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
friends group changes. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes,
it
it
starts in late
does.
20s, but it's like people are getting married, people are having kids.
Yep.
It's where, but also there's a lot of people that are still don't have their life
Not
figured
30.
When
Not
you
30.
go to a bar of 20-year-olds, you know very quickly this is not my spot.
This is not my speed.
Yep. It's very loud, and
Yeah.
there's a line at the bar. No.
Yes.
I will pay the extra freight for you to bring it to me
Yes.
in a quieter environment. Let's do it
Not
like that.
worth it. Not worth it.
Yeah.
Not worth it. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is a Cosm Ticket Friday. Be caller number 7, let's say right now. Caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN, and you will experience English Football League at Cosm, Los Angeles. Enjoy the game in the Dome. Middlesboro, forgive me, soccer people. Middlesboro against Derby County, Saturday, March 1st at 7 a.m. Limited tickets available at Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Call in now for your chance to win a pair only from 710 ESPN. Did I get that right, Em? You're the soccer
did.
person.
Sure.
Middlesboro.
Middlesboro against Derby County. I don't even know if it's.
I like how you said that. Say that again.
Derby County.
Derby County.
It feels Irish. I don't know.
It does.
I don't
It
know.
does.
What,
It
what-
does.
what do I know? Luka, this is Luka's word, not mine. Happy birthday, Luka. I'm playing terrible. Is
That's what he
right?
said?
That's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. All right, let's talk about my pals at NextGen. You know who they are, right? The official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal sports fans. And right now, you can breathe easier with NextGen because NextGen is offering our listeners, ESPN LA listeners, a special deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all year long. For a limited time, LA homeowners can get a whole home air purifier that's worth $1,250. You can get it free with any heating or AC installation. That's right. You can protect your home and loved ones with cleaner, safer air while enjoying top-notch heating and cooling. We're talking about lifetime warranties, financing options, 5-star service, same or next day availability. You're ready, they're ready. So don't wait. Call 833-3NEXTGEN. That's 833-3NEXGEN to start breathing cleaner, safer air today with NextGen.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of you.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, I'm from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink?
No.
See?
No.
No? Not at all? Come on.
No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
It is time for more of these Oscar comparisons. So if you are being forced to go to an Oscar party and you've never seen any of these movies ever before, here's an option of who to root for. And I'm going to go with the Timothée Chalamet special.
He was at the Laker game last night.
He was at the Laker game.
Yeah.
He had chicken tenders. Anthony posted about it. I'm a big fan. Makes me even more lovable.
He's just like us. He
Yes.
eats chicken tenders at the Laker game.
Wow.
With barbecue sauce.
By the way, he
choice.
weighs like 104 pounds. How's
Oh,
he
yeah.
eating chicken fingers?
I don't know, dude. I think he says he's
tiny.
anemic.
He's so skinny.
Hey, that's no joke, man.
Yeah.
Being anemic sucks. I'm always cold and one eye.
Yeah, exactly. So Timothée Chalamet is in 2 Oscar Best Picture nominees: Dune Part 2 and A Complete Unknown. So I'm going to start with A Complete Unknown. So A Complete Unknown is The Steelers. It's the same kind of movie that someone makes every year, and people say, you know, if they get the right break and the right scenario, maybe they'll punch through and win it. But we all know that style doesn't win anymore, and it's time to make a change. So the biopic, the music biopic, someone makes it once a year, doesn't win anything
I know
anymore.
nothing about nothing, but I did read something or was listening to a podcast that said that Chalamet / a complete unknown, is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
Might win both because everything's going to get fractured so many different ways,
So-
and that may be the most consensus pick among a wide group.
I would argue against that because I think that's Conclave will probably do that because I think Conclave has had more wins. A Complete Unknown has basically had no wins at all in the precursors, but that is a good and apt analysis. But I disagree. And Dune Part 2 are the Bills. The Bills, they peaked too early.
No shot.
Yeah, no shot. Peaked too early, have a few critical losses. Fan base that is always waiting for the next shoe to drop whenever they're going to lose to the Chiefs. And then also the Dune has Dune Messiah coming, which is going to be an interesting story. That's not going to be hard to win an Oscar. They have a hyper-specific and loyal fan base that you either love it or you hate it. Peaked in the spring. Or peaked earlier in the season, and like Lucy ripping the ball away at the last minute. And they also have the MVP on their team, which is Timothée Chalamet, is in both of these movies. They had the MVP on the Bills.
like that.
So Dune Part 2 is the Bills. Sorry, guys, you guys are not winning.
Are you a Dune fan, DeMarco?
I like the old one. I love the book.
Okay.
The one with Sting in it. And these are good. The new ones, the updated versions are very good. House Atreides? I think
Yep,
that's
so Timothée Chalamet's character is Paul Atreides or Muad'Dib.
Love it. It's were you in the Star Wars?
Yeah.
It's the more serious version of Star Wars, like sci-fi.
Okay.
So it's not like a bunch of lasers and swords. It's a real story that's sci-fi.
There's plot
to it, and it's awesome, and it's weird and gory and nasty. It's fun.
DeMarco, he's never going to watch it. Do you want to know the runtime of this movie?
Yeah,
Nearly
sure.
3 hours.
Oh,
so
no.
you're not watching it.
I mean, you can pause it,
He's
go
not
to the
watching that
bathroom,
movie.
come back.
What she said.
Too much?
It's an automatic out.
And
Unless
also,
it's about Fernando Valenzuela, I'm not
What if
watching
I break-
anything that's 3 hours
What if I
long.
break it into 8 episodes, like Landman?
If it were a TV series
Yeah.
and there were and it was set up for 1 hour episodes, where at the end of 1 hour you're like, okay, I can pick this up again in 4 or 5 days. But
Isn't David Lynch's that? Wasn't it a TV series? The David Lynch one? Or is that a
Dune?
movie?
Dune?
The David Lynch Dune that came out in, the 90s?
No, this was the 80s.
Or 80s, whatever?
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, this was a movie.
It was?
Yeah, it was
I thought
a
it
movie.
was a TV series.
No, it was a movie. It was a movie.
But
back
it
in the
was
day.
David Lynch.
It was like Sting's big first
I
role.
remember Sting being.
I
in
will
it. That's
kill
hard to
him.
say.
Yeah, it was a
That's
big
hard
deal.
to say.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a TV person more than a movie person because
Yeah.
it's far more easy for me just to watch an episode here or there.
Have you
and
ever
I'll quit
yeah.
TV shows all the time too. So
Yeah, Dune came out in 1984 as it is a movie.
See, 84. I was 13 years old. It's great. Have you seen The Hateful Eight, Tarantino?
No.
Oh, okay. So it's a great
Western, right?
Yeah, it's a great Tarantino movie. Then he brought the extended version out, and it's 4 different episodes.
Okay.
So they broke it down. It's like a 3-hour movie.
What was better, the 4-parter?
The 4-parter was much better, much better. I think that might be what you like better.
I'm more palatable in that.
Yeah.
Books are chapters, right? End of the chapter, put it down, pick it up the next night.
Nice. Yes.
Knocked out 2 books on my vacation, by the way.
Did you?
Yeah.
Like real books?
Real books.
Or audio books?
No, real
books. Because I'm fighting with Roland about that.
Real paper books.
You get credit for real paper books.
Yeah.
You don't get as much credit for audiobooks.
But
I agree with you.
Can you say that because it's hard to say like I've read it, but I know the story.
I think you can use it's a colloquialism, right? You can say I read it even though you listened to it,
right?
Even though you didn't read it. But because there's no other word, I listened to Cujo.
But I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that I would count it in my read books category, like the books that I've read this year. But I have read this.
I'm not precious about that. You know, like if you know it, you know the character. The abridged versions don't count. But if you read the unabridged version or listen to the unabridged version, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Are you a good reader?
Yeah.
Or do you fall asleep?
No, I'm
You're a good reader. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
all
okay.
right.
I did all the way to Hawaii, all the way back to Hawaii.
Nice.
If I was so when I go to Hilton Head every year for a week, I read 3 or 4 books in that week.
Yeah. Are you not?
I'm a good reader when I'm really into the book.
Yeah.
But if it's like a textbook, I'm falling asleep.
Oh yeah. Well, do you just read for fiction or do you read
just
nonfiction?
for fiction? Or every now and then they might. I told Roland and Laura about a book, one of my favorite books. Can I say the name of that book out loud, or is that bad? I'll leave that one alone. Yeah, it's a good book. If I'm into it, I'm into it. If not, I'm going to fall asleep.
What nonfiction do you get? Is it like self-help kind of stuff?
Self-help stuff. I just read, it was a friend of mine named Brian Burwell who passed away. He was a sports reporter.
I knew Brian well.
His last book he gave to me was about John Madden. I never got around to reading it.
Yeah.
I just read it.
What a sweetheart he was.
Which one?
Brian Burwell.
Great guy. I miss him. Miss him so much.
He was...
First guy I ever saw fall asleep on the radio.
Oh, that's funny. I think I remember seeing a clip of that.
First guy I ever saw him, he fell asleep right as he was talking. It was hilarious.
I have a very warm spot in my heart for him because when he was a columnist at USA Today, right, back when USA Today was a big deal, and I'm not saying it's not a big, like USA Today, if you were a columnist at USA Today, you had made it to a certain point in your career, and Brian Burwell was one of their columnists, and we were at, it was a Super Bowl or Final Four, I forget what it was. And I was just getting started in this, brand new. And I recognized him from USA Today. And I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to get going in this. I'm going to go introduce myself to him. He stopped and talked and engaged in not a, oh, yeah, hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, good luck. Like
legit combo.
We talked for 10 minutes.
He's got a big laugh.
Dude, and
he's great.
Funny and smart. He was such a nice guy.
It was his last book. He signed it. I had it, and it was on the bookshelf, and I finally read it. Yep.
Luka Doncic said that he is playing, quote, horribly.
He's right.
Well, he's shooting horribly.
He's right. Come on.
I think he's shooting horribly. He cannot get the ball in the basket right now to save his life.
Yep.
And last night was a really good example of it. Other than the Denver game, he really has not shot the ball well at all.
Yeah. That was a very losable game last night.
That
was a very losable game.
I want to get to that for sure.
Yeah.
I think Luka is right in that he's shooting horribly. I don't know if he's playing horribly, but this is really good news because they're still winning even with him not shooting well.
And LeBron is doing his LeBron thing. Yeah, he's amazing. But it's like Luka has reinvigorated LeBron.
So he played. I think he's played 6 games for the Lakers so far. Maybe it's 5. 5.
Yeah.
What's your takeaway on Luka through the first 5 games as a Laker? Like when you watch
same
him,
as yours. He's not. I would go. He's not playing as well as he could.
Yeah,
I mean, he's doing some spectacular stuff. He's making you go wow every night when you see him on the floor. That's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not playing particularly well, and he's not shooting the ball. Very well right now. But he's getting his shots off.
He's getting good shots.
He's getting his good shots. So
they'll start to drop.
Yeah, and so that will come. LeBron doing the LeBron thing, I'm never surprised. It's just how he's doing it. The other thing I'll keep coming back to is AR and the way he's playing and how he is just picking it up. So, yeah, I mean, there's hope here in Lakerland again. But as far as Luka is concerned, he's not playing his A game. He's not doing his Luka thing just yet.
There's two things that I've taken through the first 5 games of the Luka Doncic experience as a Laker. Number one, I knew he was a good passer. I didn't know he could pass like that.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, my God, is he a great passer. Like, not just good, he is a great passer. And that has been a revelation for me. I knew he was good. I knew he gets a lot of assists, and I knew that
He's
people
got
like to
game.
play.
Yeah.
I did not know he had the vision and the touch and the execution. Like, I am blown away by his level of passing. That's number one. And the other part is, if I'm being honest, dude is really out of shape.
Yeah.
He is really out of shape. And I'll give him a little bit of grace because he's coming back from an injury. He missed a lot of time, but you saw it a couple of games ago. You saw it again last night where there are multiple incidents where he has hands on his knees bent over in the middle of plays where everyone else is moving around and he is gasping for breath.
Exhausted. You know, and that was the thing about 5 years away from something bad happening. I could see that happening because at some point you're going to out-effort your own body if you don't make your body strong enough to hold up to what you're doing to it. That's the thing you're going to have to learn. And he's 26?
Yeah.
This is about the time when you start to realize what's happening.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those, you know what I was hoping for?
What?
I was hoping when you get to him, it's like, he could be in better shape, but it's not that bad.
No.
It's one of those, I see what they were saying. Like, I kind of get, he's been really, really good for them, and I'm thrilled that he's here, and the level of excitement and the anticipation for the present and the future. But that dude needs to get in better shape.
He's
It's
always
obvious.
going to be Luka. I keep bringing up the 76ers. Like, he could be great when he's on the floor, but he could also be hurt a lot if you don't start taking care of your body. That's the way that goes. And another thing is, I feel bad for J.J. Redick. Because I know this without even being down there. I bet Luka is absolutely 100% uncoachable.
You think so?
What can you tell him?
Well, I mean,
nothing.
I hear your point. Let's come back and talk about this because they're great players or certainly have big egos and everything else. But I also think the very best guys do want to be pushed and do want to be challenged and do want to be coached.
Luka,
we'll get into
you
that.
can't do that. Watch this.
Yeah, we'll do that next. It's coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. 213-747-2000. That's the number, DeMarco, for our pal Joseph S.
Right off the rip. I love how you give the name. Just in case, there's a lot of construction going on. Right on Fig, right? A lot of people making decisions. There's going to be some accidents. So accidents can be devastating if it's a big impact. The recovery process, if you're hurt, can be very difficult. So don't go through this alone. And remember, insurance companies are out to protect their own. So anything you say to them can be used against you throughout the process at any time.
Yeah, obviously car accidents are a big part of this, but really any sort of accident, any injury that you suffer somewhere is something that you're going to want to make sure that you know what you're entitled to, what your rights are. And that's why you want to call Joe. He told us those stories about bags of dog food falling on people in stores and getting injured and things like that. So just weird stuff happens all the time. If you get hurt, pick up the phone and call Joe. 213-747-2000, and the law offices of Joseph S. Normanda is normandlegal.com.
Pallet falling on your toe. Call Joe. 213-747-2000. Tell him Travis and DeMarco sent you.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
After a thrilling victory in the season opener.
To a Bobasi, left-footed shot at it!
And then a win in the CONCACAF Champions Cup on Tuesday night. The Black and Gold are back at BMO Stadium tomorrow for Game 2 of the regular season.
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA.
It's LAFC versus NYCFC. Pre-game gets going tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Goal LAFC!
On 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
So last night, LeBron did something insane, as he always does.
What else is
almost every time he plays. So I thought I would institute something called the Crazy LeBron Stat of the Day. And whenever I have the access to it, I will do a crazy LeBron stat of the day. So the Lakers defeated the Timberwolves 111-102 behind 33 points, 17 rebounds, and 6 assists from LeBron James. This was LeBron James' 161st career game, leading his team outright in points, rebounds, and assists, the most in NBA history. That's the LeBron stat of the day.
So blanking stupid.
Wait,
that
stupid and like
and just mind bending, and just that he has basically led the team in everything 161 times in his career.
He's great.
Now, you would think
He's
that one guy,
special.
look,
Yeah.
like somebody's going to get a few more boards on regularly. Somebody's going to have a few. Because keep in mind, LeBron, even though he kind of has never really been a point guard. So him racking a bunch of assists is like Magic Johnson and John Stockton and Jason Kidd getting a bunch of assists. Sure. LeBron James, not really. Only, It's
you know, when somebody says he's the greatest player ever, I mean, it's hard to argue against that.
It's not a crazy take.
It's not. I mean, in your eyes, he could be. I mean, he definitely has the accolades for it.
He does, and he's not my choice. But if he's your choice, I'm not going to look at you like you're a dummy.
Not going to argue. Yeah. If I had a choice, if I had to pick a team, and I had between Jordan and LeBron, I don't mind picking second. Yeah. I'm going to be okay.
I would like to pick first in that scenario, but I understand your point.
Not going to be crying about it. They're both great. It's amazing. And he's 40 years old and still balling. And I'm sore as hell from lunges 2 days ago.
I heard this distinction the other day, and I thought it made sense to me, and maybe it's splitting a hair to try to have it both ways, that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time, but that LeBron James has had the greatest career of all time.
That makes sense. That's a good way to parse it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
that makes everybody happy.
That Michael Jordan's peak and his ability and his skill set, that he's the greatest player of all time, but that because LeBron is also all of those things and is still doing it in his 40s, it's the greatest
Super
career
impressive.
ever.
I wonder, does he have that Ali type life to where he's great and he's polarizing, he goes away, and then he comes back and he's universally loved?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Me either.
I wouldn't be
But I don't
shocked.
think LeBron goes away.
But like you said, that you think that Luka is uncoachable. LeBron James is not. LeBron James is obviously going to have his opinion, and he's going to do what he thinks is best on the basketball court. But LeBron James is collaborative. LeBron James wants to be coached. Magic Johnson always talks about Pat Riley and the importance of that. Michael Jordan and Phil Jackson, until they got together, that Jordan was not Jordan. That great players want to be coached. Why do you think Luka's uncoachable?
Just watching him play and just like how he does things and how effortless he does them. Like there's only one person that can do what Luka does. It's him.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you it's like Larry Bird not being able to coach, or that doesn't factor in. Could he coach?
He was all right.
He was an okay coach.
Yeah.
But great players not being able to coach. Does that make sense to you?
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams. So it's hard for them to be coached while they're playing because how can you help me get better? How can you help? The only thing you want me to do is either slow down or be more disciplined.
Yeah.
Which takes away from my creativity.
Yeah. I hear what
Does that
you're
make
saying.
sense?
It
Yeah.
does, but there are a lot of ways that a coach could help Luka Doncic be a better player. But trust your teammates more. Get in better shape. Understand that we're going to get you better shots if we do this.
You think you have to tell Luka to trust your teammates? The guy is an open field passer like you wouldn't believe.
I think everybody needs somebody that has a second set of eyes on what you're doing.
No doubt. I believe in coaching.
Yeah.
I respect coaching. You need coaching, but there are guys that are above coaching. Jalen Ramsey was like that. Jalen Ramsey was a guy that you really didn't have to coach him. Just tell him what you need and he'll do it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It does.
It's not really coaching. It's more
but
suggestion.
I think, look, Luka is
Yeah.
a great player. He needs to be coached.
Yeah.
That he's done an incredible job at this point in his career. 5 first-team All-NBA in 7 seasons. He went to the finals last year. He's been to another Western on teams that were not generally considered the best teams, right? They were good, but they weren't the best team. And he kind of dragged these guys to where he took them. But there's a lot left for him to do.
No doubt.
He has not won an MVP.
Yeah.
He has not won a championship. He has not been, in the moment where that blink or else moment that guys like LeBron and Kyrie and Steph and Clay and Draymond, like those guys have been in Tatum and Brown. Those guys have been in these moments now, and they've won and lost in all these different times. He's been only on the losing side of it.
No doubt. I can help you get there.
He's got stuff to do.
I just wonder when you're not the player that he was or is, and how are you going to help him? And it's different in basketball because if I don't like you, I can leave or I can get you out of here.
I can get you out of here. I think it's the biggest difference.
You can either go Jimmy Butler or I can get you fired.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. So, I mean, when you're that good, how do you coach?
Uh-oh. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Breaking news. LA's quarterback is back.
Oh!
The Rams and Matthew Stafford reached an agreement today on a restructured deal that keeps him in Los Angeles and squashes any and all trade speculation. Per sources, Adam Schefter is reporting this. The first significant offseason QB domino has fallen. LA is back with Matthew Stafford.
It's over. We'll never talk about it again. It's done.
We were right.
You were right.
We both were.
You said it would come today. I said not today.
We both said, is he the quarterback of this team next year? And we both said, I think so. Look, this was stressful. The Raiders were scary for sure, but I keep coming back to this. You're going to go play on a bad team for a few extra million after you've already put $400 million in it just didn't make any sense to me.
You want to get your butt kicked in New York in December?
That's what I'm saying. and this is great news. He comes back.
Yes.
The Rams are the defending NFC West champions.
Yes.
They, like you've said many times, they were the one team that gave Philly a little bit of a scare.
Yep.
And let's go again.
Let's get on with it and move past this little hiccup. It was fun to talk about Matthew Stafford, to give the man his flowers, to defend him to people who were, I guess, taking shots at him. Now it's over. Let's move on and get ready to get back in this mix and get another Super Bowl.
With that in mind, right? What is the level of pressure on him? Because it's like, okay, clearly he got what he wanted or close to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, we gave you what you want, and you come in, and now it's, let's say, because last year was weird, right?
Same pressure because McVay's here. He's still the guy.
He's still the guy, but this was the staring contest, and Matthew Stafford, at least conceivably won the staring contest. And last year, the 49ers had a bunch of things gone wrong. They kind of fell back. The Rams won the division, but they had to get crazy hot at the end to do it. And now it's like, okay, go do it again.
Yeah.
That season, they were 3-6. Was it 1-4 last year? 1-4 last year.
To start. Yeah. I don't think there's any more or less pressure.
I think it's about the same.
Same. I mean, to win, you got to be that guy. But, I mean, when the offseason program opens, I expect you to be there day one.
Yeah.
First guy in, last guy out. I expect you to lead the
Stafford.
Isn't that his deal?
I expect you to lead the football team.
He will.
There shouldn't be any more of whatever.
Yeah.
Coming from anywhere.
I don't think
This is all done. Coming from anywhere.
Well.
This is all done.
What do you mean?
This is all done.
I haven't
we
seen
are
any.
moving forward.
Who else would be saying something? What do you mean?
Well, people have sponsors for things
Just
they have to
saying,
do.
yes.
No numbers as far as I've seen. I'm looking at all these tweets right now. It just is that the agreement has come, but there's no
terms.
that have been
I'm
released.
assuming he got a raise. Of course he did. That makes him happy.
I'm going
and
to
he probably
guess.
got the guaranteed year.
I think he probably got a 2-year deal.
Yep.
The money's probably mostly guaranteed.
Better, yes.
And it's probably somewhere around $45 million.
Good. Let's attack.
That's just my guess. Now it's okay. What happens with Cooper Kupp? What happens with Lark Jackson? What do you do in the draft? Where do you try to allocate your remaining resources?
Are you keeping receipts of all the people that said he's too old? Because I am.
Who said that?
A lot of people.
Who?
A lot of people. Not in this room.
Yeah.
Nobody in this room.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, my God. That's the only reason. He's 36, 37. He's too old.
But 36, 37, not that he was too old. It was too old to invest long term in this. Like, no one's saying he's going to come in next season and be bad because he's old.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
Maybe that's what I heard.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden he's going to fall off a tree or fall off a cliff. Remember,
I would be really surprised if that happened.
Wasn't it Max that said that about Brady? Brady is about to fall off a cliff, and he won 2 more Super Bowls
that was
after
10
that.
years ago. But
that's what I'm saying. Just wait until they fall off the cliff to say they fell off a cliff.
And
I didn't see that guy falling off a cliff or even close to it last season.
Look, if he has decline, it will be very subtle. Very.
Yeah, or he gets banged up.
I don't think that. But that's not decline. That's just you got your leg
bang,
broke.
boom, you're out. Yeah. But good, it's done. Yeah.
This is not the only team involved in this. That means the teams that had sussed it out are now looking at other options. The Raiders were a team that were having the full court press on this.
Go get Geno.
Where will they go?
Go get Geno.
I don't
if
hate
you're
that.
Pete Carroll, go get Geno.
I don't hate that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sam Darnold is now
in Minnesota.
He's a piece that's got to move. Aaron Rodgers, if he wants to keep playing,
that's the one guy. I wonder if he finds a landing spot.
You know who else is in the mix? And I'm not like he had a terrible season last year, but Kirk Cousins is Russell Wilson. Like these guys are. Kirk Cousins had a terrible year. But if Kirk Cousins, you need him for a bridge for a year or two, you could do worse.
But I think the only spot that Aaron Rodgers could have played is on the West Coast.
Well, the Raiders still need a quarterback.
That might fly, but I don't know if he finds a landing spot.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's a very specific set of circumstances that would allow Aaron Rodgers to be your quarterback. I don't think it's there's
you got to have the right environment, right coach.
You got to have the right coach.
Yeah.
You got to have the right coach and the right environment. Exactly what you said, which is, look, if you want to come here and play quarterback, let's talk. But if you want to be Aaron Rodgers and everything that comes along with that, we're not interested in that.
You can't be a doormat.
We're not interested in that.
I know.
I'm not interested in allowing you to do your deal on my time. If you want to do it, great, but not here.
I'm trying to think. Seattle? If Seattle is in need of a quarterback, because it might actually work up there.
Mike McDaniel is in Miami. Who's the guy in Seattle? It's Mike McSomething.
Yeah.
McDonald.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can't have a Mike McDonald and a Mike McDaniel. That's going to tie my brain in knots.
Adam Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Exactly.
There you go.
Does he have the cachet to stand up to that?
I think it's the same as the Jets. He's a defensive-minded dude, but they're going to be in need of a quarterback. But
would Rodgers steamroll him?
I think he may have learned a lesson, so he may dial it back some. But as far as fan base, need, shared mentality, Seattle may be your spot.
It is. It's done. Matthew Stafford is going to stay in Los Angeles. According to Adam Schefter, they've reached an agreement today on a restructured deal that keeps him in L.A. and quashes any and all trade speculation per sources.
I think it was the ring.
I think you got him across the finish line.
I think it was the ring. Yes.
Hey, if that's
this
what it
is
took,
what we're after.
If that's what it took, you should have brought it in 2 weeks ago. We could have skipped this entire process. It is also a Cosm Ticket Friday. Be caller number 7 right now at 877-710 ESPN, and you've got a chance to experience English Football League at Cosm Los Angeles. Enjoy immersive reality at the Dome. It's Middlesbrough against Derby County, Saturday, March 1st at 7 a.m. Limited tickets available through Cosm.com or Cosm mobile app. Call in right now. Caller number 7 will win a pair only from 710 ESPN. Factor Cap coming up next. What'd you got, DeMarco?
Larry Bird had the 5th best career coaching winning percentage?
Yeah, Larry Bird was a pretty good coach.
I take that all back. Sorry, Larry Legend.
He didn't coach for very long, but I think
Pacers.
He took the Pacers to the finals.
He did.
Wasn't he the coach of the Pacers when they played the Lakers in the finals?
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Larry.
Did you ever see that picture of Larry Bird? He looks like a tomato.
No.
I'll show you during
Oh, my God.
Exactly. That's the correct reaction. All right, we got Factor Cap coming up next. Rotolo Chevrolet does not look like a tomato. Rotolo Chevrolet is the place where you go to get your awesome Silverados, where you go to get your incredible deals on all your Chevy cars and trucks, right there in Fontana, right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. Saw a great new Rotolo commercial last night with my pal Mike Capozio, my pal Oral Hershiser, and they just love to take care of people. They love to make sure that you are 100% comfortable with your purchase at Rotolo Chevrolet, and DeMarco's looking at the picture right now. And we'll come back to that in a second. But if you're looking for it, get yourself out to Rotolo Chevrolet. 210 Freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. If you can't get there in Fontana, go online. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com. And go see what it's all about. 13 years in a row. Dealer of the Year for Chevrolet. Think about that. 13 titles in a row. That's what you get at Rotolo Chevrolet.
The Lakers are rolling. That's now 4 straight victories.
And the Lakers just keep rolling behind LeBron and Luka.
And now, the Lakers gear up for a showdown in downtown L.A. as they face off with the Clippers in the ultimate battle of L.A. And oh yeah, it's Luka's birthday tonight.
Luka, length of the court to LeBron. What a pass!
Lakers versus Clippers. Coverage begins tonight at 5:30 p.m. on the home of the Lake Show, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected! Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war!
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird! All right!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time.
Factor Cap!
On the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now. Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap. Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Ni hao. Ni hao.
If you're just getting in your car, Matthew Stafford will be back with the Rams this next season. The terms have not been revealed by reporters, but Stafford will be back.
Now do a Lark Jackson.
Sure. We'll do a Lark Jackson. And it is the Friday before the Oscars, and I just want to throw in here 2 more of my comparisons to sports. The Best Picture nominees as sports teams. And again, if you are going to an Oscar party and you don't know what's going on, at least you have a team that you can root for. So I'm going to say one of the nominees is Wicked, okay? And Wicked is the Cowboys. Spend a lot of money, too big to fail, have some amazing performers, really divisive.
Yes.
And the reason why a lot of fans like it is because there's a lot of nostalgia baked into it. And like the movie musical, it hasn't been good in decades.
That sounds
so
like the Cowboys.
that's Wicked and the Cowboys.
That's a good one.
And then I'm Still Here. I'm Still Here is a Brazilian film starring Fernando Torres. Huge fan base for that in Brazil that is very rabid. So I'm Still Here is the Raptors. It's foreign, oftentimes forgotten. Their fans really will live and die for them. And when they win a title, you're like, whoa, where did that come from? So I'm Still Here is the Toronto Raptors. So those are mine.
Now, can you say Jerry has screwed up the Cowboys?
Yeah.
You can say that?
Yeah.
The guy's got multiple championships.
Well, we don't need to go around the block on this again.
Just saying.
He has not done anything in 30 years. And it's
been a while.
The championships that they won were at Jimmy Johnson is the one that gets credit for those. And then the Barry Switzer one was with all of Jimmy's guys.
But he's paying the freight.
Yeah, he's
signing
bank.
the checks.
I understand he's the bank, but since he fired Jimmy and put his fingerprints on all of it, they've been a disaster.
If I have $1 billion business that's still making money, and we've won championships a cajillion years ago.
A cajillion years ago.
A cajillion, but
not in my nearly 30-year-old lifetime.
At all, but you can't say I've screwed up the franchise.
Sure you can.
We're worth a cajillion dollars.
I'm not saying that they're paupers.
And we've been to the top.
They're very
a few
wealthy.
Times.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can say that John Chu did screw up Wicked because the coloring on that movie was absolutely atrocious. You can't backlight a movie musical. What are we doing here? Everything else, performance is great. All right, so I was also watching Survivor, and this is not a spoiler to Survivor, so I'm sorry, but this is not that. But one of the guys on the beach was talking about 3 questions is all you need to know to ask somebody to know everything you need to know about them. Okay? So here are his 3 questions. What's your favorite movie? What car you drive? And how you like your steak. Those 3 questions will tell you everything you need to know about a person.
Say that again?
What's your favorite movie?
Steak.
Movie, car, steak.
Yeah.
Okay, so you agree. This is all you need to know about a person. Travis, Fetter, Cap.
Cap.
Oh.
Cap. Look, if you asked me those 3 things, you would get a very, very distorted view of what I actually am about.
Okay, movie, car, steak. Go ahead.
My favorite movie of all time is Caddyshack.
Okay.
That kind of tracks.
We're doing good.
Okay. I drive a Chevy Silverado most of the time, but I also drive a Tesla.
Respect. Hardworking dude, but he's modern.
Okay. And what was the question? Steak is medium.
We can hang. See, I would hang there. That's not bad.
But I do
like
think
that.
it's relatively rounded
That is
of
pretty
certain
good.
things about you.
That's pretty good.
There's some things there that don't fit.
I'll go
The cars
facts,
are sometimes, it's like you have a certain kind of person in your mind with those cars.
I like it. I'm going fact.
DeMarco.
I'm going fact. That's a big deal. I like that. How do you like your steak? Blue.
You want it blue?
No, if you answered blue.
Oh, no, hell no.
Or if you
I
answered
can't eat
well.
with you.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie? The Kid with the Striped Pajamas.
Oh, my gosh.
Yikes.
That's heavy.
Yeah. What car do you drive? I ride a bike. Done. Check, please. I'm out. That's a good one. Facts.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, the 2 most common answers when they asked it on the beach were Holes, the movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf, and I was like,
Good book. The movie was whatever.
It's in my mind. It's one of those movies where I watched it when I was 8 years old, and I love that movie and will watch that movie, but I agree with you, it is not very good. Laura, what do you agree with this?
Cap. Just because I was doing it in my mind, and I'm like, no,
okay. What's your favorite movie?
I don't really have one.
Okay. See, good. What's your favorite?
That is an answer that tells you about it, Laura.
What car do you drive? Her
A
favorite
really
is it favorite
crappy
car?
one.
Is it favorite car?
No, what you drive.
Oh, what do you drive?
It's a crappy one
A
because I can't
one.
afford the Bugatti I
How do you
want.
like your steak?
Medium well. or medium.
Swipe right.
You know,
But I think it also tells you about you, Laura. If you, whatever car you drive in the movie, it is three different parts of somebody. We can get something.
I gotta be honest. I'm a
I
little
think
hung
it's
up that your go-to was the boy in the striped pajamas.
That
is
That
dark.
would turn me off.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's your favorite movie?
Wait, that's your favorite movie?
No, if I asked that,
but
and that's
like,
what I got
that is
back.
the
like,
perfect
whoa, dude.
example of.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's your favorite movie?
That's a very heavy
Rosewood. I'm out. You know, thank you.
My friend told me one time, like this girl that he dated, which she was crazy, but her quote unquote comfort movie was Silence of the Lambs.
That's
and I
a
was like,
comfort movie?
That tells you who you are as a person. If your comfort movie
Okay.
is Silence of the Lambs, like when I'm feeling down about myself, you put on Silence of the Lambs. That's a
I
little
love
crazy.
Coco.
See?
Yes.
That's a good movie.
That's a good one. See?
And it
Every
tells you about
guest
you.
we have on from now on, we're going to ask him those 3 questions. There you
Okay,
go.
it's a good one. Shout out to the guy on Survivor. So, it was announced that Katy Perry will be going to space. She will be on an all-female space travel trip.
Oh, in a rocket.
In a rocket,
Oh.
yes. She's not just...
I thought we were just going to throw her in space.
Like, shoot her out of a cannon?
Maybe after the last album. Yay.
I'm not here for any Katy Perry smack talk.
I love Katy Perry.
Have you listened to her last album?
Nope.
Hey,
Don't
exactly.
care.
And we're
Yep.
cold. You know, see, let's go.
And it will include Gail King, Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, as well as some NASA engineers that are also women. So it's an all-female space.
Oh, they're going to put astronauts on the rocket, are they?
My statement is, you want to go to space. DeMarco, Factor Cap.
Fact, I do. It's just too expensive. What do one of those seats cost to get into space?
Hundreds of thousands,
Hundreds
I
of
believe.
thousands
Yeah.
of dollars. There's a lot of rich people going up in this. I would love to go up into space. I would. It's a dream of mine. It's just I would never fit in a rocket ship. Have you gone to a space museum?
Yeah,
And
have.
see how astronauts live when they're up there?
When we lived in Houston, we went to Johnson Space Center. It's extraordinary.
When
it's
I
amazing.
saw the toilet, I'm out. I am out. There's no way.
I'm
Yeah.
pro toilet, but I saw the Saturn V rocket, the ones that they shot to go to the moon. It's the size of a skyscraper, and it's got 80 trillion pieces on it.
Yeah.
One of those pieces malfunctions, bad stuff happens, I'm out.
Yes. I've heard that, how they describe McVay's offense.
Yeah.
It's like the space shuttle. A lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Laura?
Oh, I didn't know. Try one. Yeah, Catman. I think it's cool. I would, in my mind, theoretically be like, yeah, I'm so down. But I'm like, no. I'm good right here. Earth is crazy in itself. So
It's one of those things where until it becomes like air travel, where and I know that occasionally,
commercial.
right? I know
Yeah.
occasionally something terrible happens, but considering the amount of flights every day across the world.
I bet people felt the same way about airplanes.
They did,
Yeah.
but it also has taken us 100 years to get to this
And
point.
Waymo.
Fast forward 100 years from
Not
now,
Waymo.
if we can do this safely, then
Yeah, you go up and come back a few times. Maybe I'll get
My
on it.
kids'
I got
kids,
you.
you know?
Million.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
My kids will enjoy that.
Yeah, that's
What was
not
the
for me.
Sandra Bullock movie with George Clooney?
Gravity.
Did you like it?
I thought it was a very, like, the technology used to make it is very good. I think they did a good job of making it somewhat interesting, but it's overall not that
That
interesting.
movie was terrifying to me.
It is terrifying.
I thought it looked so cool.
Exactly.
But I didn't like the movie.
Yeah, I
Not
agree.
a lot of talking.
Like
it just didn't grab me. But it looked amazing.
The craft of it was something to look at.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
By the way, if you go to the Academy Museum, you can go and they have a whole exhibit about gravity and the making of the sound of gravity. If you're there, definitely check it out.
Factor Cap is brought to you by the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. You've got a lot of choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. That's a fact. 213-747-2000 or normandlegal.com. That's 213-747-2000. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand.
Top Gun made me mad, too. Didn't you want to join the Navy after you saw Top Gun?
Love Top Gun.
Yeah.
Love
You're
Top
telling me
Gun
you didn't want to
Maverick.
join the Navy after you saw that.
I would not be a good soldier, DeMarco.
But I didn't want to be a soldier. I wanted
If you
to fly
join the
jets.
if you join the Navy, you're a soldier.
Have you ever seen the inside of one of those jets?
Yes.
They're not very big.
Well, you and I are disqualified.
Immediately.
Yeah. No, you're out.
This is not getting into a cockpit. No, it's not going to happen.
This or this. Yeah, no. Those guys are little guys because they
Yes.
have to be.
And
That's a small space.
They said, we'll take you. You can be one of the guys that launches the plane.
I'd be the cook in the galley on the aircraft carrier.
Hey, cookie.
Yeah. I would not be anything other than that. I got a little last man standing for you guys coming up next.
bring it.
It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon
It's important for Laker fans to understand this. If you listen to any national NBA expert, they will tell you the Lakers are not competing for a title this year. They will say that the Lakers are a year away. They've got to go through an offseason and go get a big man. They give the Lakers zero chance. I'm telling you, and I'm around these guys all the time. The players and the coaching staff, absolutely don't believe that, and it is fueling them. It is if you put JJ Redick on a lie detector and you asked him, can you run through the West and go back to the NBA Finals and win a championship this year, he would say absolutely, and he would pass.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Carden Alleyway Hyundai. Lease a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SC for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Carden Alleyway Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or visit CardenAlleyWayHyundai.com. $39.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year. Plus tax, license, $85 dock fee, and registration. No security deposit on approved HMF credit expires March 3rd, 2025.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Finding the right employee for your company is tough. One wrong hire can be a major setback. You're not alone if you face this. A recent survey by Robert Half shows nearly half of hiring managers readily admit to making a bad hire. Luckily, there's a solution. With Robert Half's specialized recruiter's experience, combined with our award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
You're from over there, I'm from over here. We're sitting in this hot tub together. What do you like to drink?
No.
See?
No.
No? Not at all? Come on.
No.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
And it is Friday. It's a Friday before the Oscars. And so I'm going to do my Pachanga pick of the week.
Is that Oscar music?
In regards to
Kinda.
the Oscars.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a word showy.
yeah.
So I'm going to try to give you ones that are a good return. I'm going to give you not the favorites. Something that if you wanted to responsibly put a little thing on it, then you can win. So if you're doing an Oscar pool, I'm not telling you these are the ones to pick, but if you want to earn money back on your bets, this might be what it would be. So I'm going to go with, for Best Picture, The Brutalist. It's at plus 600. I haven't gotten to their sports comparison quite yet. But if you want to get a little money back, The Brutalist has won a couple precursors. It's gotten a Golden Globe win, I think. Yeah. And it has some love across the Academy. So maybe Brutalist for Best Picture. And also maybe Mikey Madison at Best Actress. Because if you compare some of the runs to some in the past, her and me have kind of gone head to head throughout the entire race. And if you think Honora's going to win Best Picture, then you're going to pick Mikey Madison to win Best Actress. So those are my 2 picks of the week.
Oh, I like it. I'm reading about the synopsis of The Brutalist right now. That was the Pachanga pick of the week. Play your perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino. Visit pachanga.com for more information. Escaping post-war Europe, a visionary architect comes to America to rebuild his life. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, and also let me know
his marriage.
The runtime of that one. 3.5 hours.
I can do it. That doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
I'm telling that to anybody else that's listening.
I thought you meant just me and Travis is a no. Yeah.
It is not my favorite of the year, but It has some love.
When you have a movie that you know is going to be so long, do you have a plan, an eats plan?
Yes.
Okay.
I try to go early in the day. I saw The Brutalist at 9 a.m. I got out of that theater at 1:30.
1 o'clock, yeah.
Okay. How many bathroom breaks?
There is an intermission.
There is an intermission.
There's an intermission about 2 hours in, and you can. It's like a 15-minute intermission. It comes up on the screen.
That'll work.
And so then you have the chance to go to the bathroom or fill your soda or whatever.
That's good looking out in the morning, because if you do that at night, you're not going to make it.
No, you go 100%. In at 7 o'clock. You come out at 4 a.m. That's no good.
I also guarantee you the Academy voters did not watch all of that movie. They probably watched the first half of that movie.
Okay. Yeah. Rebuild his life, his career, and his marriage, and he settled in Pennsylvania.
Doylestown,
I'm in already.
Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
I'm already in. Doylestown, Pennsylvania. That sounds tough, right?
Doylestown sounds hard Scrabble.
Right, hard Scrabble from Doylestown.
Adrian Brody is the lead actor of the movie.
Nice.
I like using the word hard Scrabble.
Hard Scrabble. I like Adrian Brody.
I know that. You know what else you like?
Who?
Last Man Standing.
I do. You got some?
I got one
Let's
for you.
go.
So I got a win yesterday. Is it my first win? Second win?
Second one, because there's two that you didn't play Emily.
Well, that's how it works sometimes.
You got a dub.
A win is a win is a win. I'm not going to get this one because I am the Bob Barker in this situation. Here is your topic. According to Sportico, these are the top 10 most valuable franchises in the world.
Most valuable sports
franchises in the world.
Oh my God.
Okay. The 100 most valuable sports teams in the world. I will expand it to the top 12. Okay, we'll go to the top 12 to give you guys a little bit of runway, and I'm going to say DeMarco Farr goes first.
Arsenal.
Out. He's done.
Already?
Wow.
Oh, my God. No?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, this is going to
suck. Wow. Okay.
All right. I will leave it up to DeMarco, Emily and Laura. If you would like to allow him back in or not.
Movie. I died in the first 2 seconds.
You were the guy in the hatch went down. You took one right between the eyes.
Gone. Okay. I'll just sit here and look stupid. Go ahead.
Emily.
Wow. Yankees.
The Yankees are number 5.
Okay.
The Yankees are on the list at number 5. Laura.
Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys are number 1 on the list. The Dallas Cowboys are worth $10.32 billion.
Going back to that, can you really say he screwed up the franchise?
That's a very good point.
Right.
That's a point on your side for sure. Emily.
The Dodgers.
Laura, take a victory lap. You get your first ever.
The Dodgers aren't on the list?
The Dodgers just missed. The
Dodgers. Oh, okay. So 12 is also a weird distinction.
Well, they're beyond it. They're at 14. So
but I would say top 15 is probably where we should go. But
a dozen. The Dodgers are 14.
Oh, okay.
You just miss.
Lakers.
Emily, sometimes you lose. It's okay.
I can't lose. That's impossible.
So Lakers.
The Lakers are on the list.
Yeah,
yes,
okay,
the Lakers.
The Warriors.
The Warriors are number 2.
Yeah,
Warriors on fire.
Warriors moving to San Fran.
And also, Sportico puts that out like every year.
Yeah. So here's your top 12: Cowboys, Warriors, Knicks at 3, Lakers at 4, Yankees at 5. The Rams at 6.
The Rams,
the New York Giants at 7.
Should have gone with that one.
The 8th most valuable franchise in sports are the New England Patriots. Number 9, San Francisco 49ers. Number 10, the New York Jets. 11, the Dolphins. 12, the Eagles.
Guys, there's a theme.
So own a football team.
Every NFL team is on this list.
Own a football
All
team.
32 teams.
There's a theme with this. Is why I went this
Big
way.
cities.
L.A., New York.
Well, I went L.A. and I didn't get it.
You just missed.
I tried with Arsenal.
The highest ranked soccer team comes in at number 17.
And let me guess.
Wait, they don't make money?
No, they're the 17th most valuable team.
Is it Manchester City?
It's Man United.
Man United.
You're telling me that a game that's played globally isn't on the list?
It's on the list. It's just not in the top
12.
Unreal. Man U is 17.
Well,
Real
slap me and
Madrid
call me
is
Susan.
18.
Yeah.
Only one baseball team in the top 10, and the rest are NBA and NFL, and all 32 NFL teams. Any guesses as to the least valuable NFL team?
Jacksonville.
No.
Least valuable NFL team?
Yes. It's on the list, but they're in the 70s, I believe. Let's see here.
You can Control F that.
I don't know how to do that.
Not the Chargers. It can't be the Chargers.
It is not the Chargers. It is. Hold
not
on.
The Falcons.
I know what the answer is. I just don't know where they land on the list. What do I Control F, Emily?
So you press Control, you press F at the same time, and then you type in the name of that thing.
Oh, there it is. They're 52nd overall.
Not the Browns.
That's a cool little trick, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And to anyone
Not
listening.
the Browns.
Not the Browns. You're in the neighborhood.
Who?
Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Cincinnati is only worth $4.7 billion.
Only worth $4.7 billion.
The team at the bottom of the list, number 100, San Diego Padres at $2.03 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
The Padres don't make money.
All of the LA-based teams are on this list. Both
Wow.
NFL teams, both Major League Baseball teams, both NFL teams, and NBA teams as well. And the LA Kings are on here.
See,
also.
I guess that's what I meant. I know we got a text from John Ireland where he said about Luka being coached by J.J. Redick. Wants to be coached hard.
Good.
Like that. But I think he's about as coachable as Jerry Jones. How can you tell him anything? I'm at the top.
Well, okay.
I'm the best player on the floor.
Now,
what can you possibly tell me?
He might be he probably is the best player on the floor, but I think the Jerry Jones thing, to kind of play this out a little bit. I know you disagree with this, but I believe this in my heart to be true. Jerry wants to get credit first and win second.
I believe you.
Okay.
100%.
So I don't know what that hierarchy of Luka is. I don't know if Luka's number one operating principle, because I just haven't been around him enough and experienced him enough and watched him enough to know, is the single most important thing in his life to go win NBA championships. If the answer is yes, then he's going to be coachable.
Next interview, somebody should ask him that.
If it's something other than he'll say that because you kind of have to say that.
He did. He said we have the team to win a championship.
But if it's to win MVPs, if it's to do this, that, or the other thing, then maybe it's like, I know the best way to do me. But if it's to win championships, those guys want to listen.
Let me restate then and try it a different way. It's not that he's uncoachable or rejects coaching. It's just he's going to be impossible to coach. How do I make him better? Like this guy behind me.
Was Jordan
How do you make
impossible
Aaron
to
Donald
coach?
In some respects,
I don't know about
Phil
that.
Jackson put it in the book. He didn't really need to.
I think there's different things. You don't need to tell them, hey, put your foot here and cross over but it's different. You need to find ways to motivate. You need to find ways to inspire. You need to find ways to challenge. And I think that's as much coaching as, hey, get in a triple threat position when you receive the ball.
Who do you think's easier to coach, Dalton Connect or Luka?
Depends on.
Probably Connect, because I think he's going to be thirsting for coaching.
Maybe, or you got a guy like Luka that's so gifted that he wants to get to the absolute pinnacle of his thing, and he wants to take in all information possible. Like Connect
or Luka, you need to shoot your free throws, and he's looking up. I scored 42 last night. I'm going to bed.
I don't think that's his. That's what I mean. Like, if he strikes me as wildly competitive.
Yeah.
The question at Luka is not to me whether he's coachable or not. I believe that he probably is because he's a great player, and I think most of them are. Mine is, are you committed to doing everything possible?
Well,
which at the top of that
career
list,
say that right now?
Not so far. It doesn't.
Yeah, not so far. That's
not
what I'm
so
saying.
far. It doesn't.
Right. So there's a reason he's here.
Look, like we were talking about a minute ago.
Yeah.
The two things that I've learned in the short time that Luka has been a member of the Lakers is he's a way better passer than I thought he was. I thought he was a 9 out of 10. He's a 10 out of 10. He might be an 11 out of 10.
Yeah.
And the criticism about his fitness is real. It's real. He's breathing hard.
Why don't they have oxygen tanks on NBA sidelines?
That would not be a great look. I'm here for it, but I don't know. I always like that. I'm always like, hey, I want one of those for my car. ESPN LA, the Lakers and BBGO are teaming up to find the Lakers Gafote, the greatest fan of all time. Are you the Gafote? If so, you could win the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats and a year's supply of BBGO. If this is you, go to LakersGafote.com. That's Lakers, GFOAT.com to learn how to submit your entry as well. Matthew Stafford staying in L.A. It's coming up next. It's Travis and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Tonight in Dallas, the Kings begin a 3-game road trip, looking for their 3rd win of the year over the Stars. Last time, Kevin Fiala stole the show and helped the Kings win it in a shootout.
Matthew Shane
got 2 goals tonight. Must score to keep the game going. Cuts in front to Shane. Stopped by Riddick. Kings win! Kings, Stars, tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far side.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah!
The other dominoes can start to fall because Matthew Stafford's staying in Los Angeles.
Yep. Put a ring on it.
Yep. Another ring on
Another
it.
ring on
Another
it.
ring on it.
Yep. He's not going.
He is staying. According to reports that Matthew Stafford is going to stay in Los Angeles. They are no longer entertaining trade speculation or options or anything like that. He is staying. They restructured his deal. No details yet, but great news if you are a Rams fan, and probably not such great news if you are the Raiders or the Giants or the Jets or any of these other teams that he was kind of linked to through potential trades.
Cancel all those orders for Black Nines. Yeah, send them back now. I hope you get your money back. No, as a matter of fact, I hope you don't. Keep them and wear them. But good stuff for the Rams getting this deal done. Good stuff for Matthew Stafford. Cooler heads will prevail. You know, I never thought this would really be real, that he would leave. Not based on how he looks at his teammates and how they feel about him. I think it was more of a respect thing on the business side. Mm-hmm. And appreciating his ability and what that costs. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad cooler heads have prevailed.
I said it at the beginning, I said it at the middle, and I was still saying it at the end. But the end was when the Raiders and Brady and Carroll got into it. That was the one time I'm like, that kind of makes a little bit of sense. But I kept saying it. It was best for both sides for this relationship to continue.
Yeah.
This was not you know what, we got to move on. For either side. It would
be a mess if he moved on.
For both.
It would be a mess. Absolute mess.
For both teams. Yeah. The Rams would be like, we just watched the best quarterback that we've had
But if he
walk out
moved
the door.
on someplace else and got blasted out in New York or Las Vegas, I mean, I would care, but I wouldn't care. You still have to go through this year, 17 games with a lesser quarterback.
Yeah.
That would absolutely suck.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why that we got to where we got to is not a huge surprise to me, because the Rams did not have a better option. And quite frankly, he might have had a more lucrative option, but he didn't have a better option.
Yeah.
And he wants to win. I kept coming back to that. What motivates that guy? From everything I've known and heard is he wants to win. The reason he left Detroit in the first place was to get a chance to win. And he came here, and like you just said, he did win. So I've made $350 million, and at the very end, I'm going to leave for a few extra million somewhere to be on a bad team.
No.
It just never felt like that was a real thing.
When Luka, his first game against the Mavericks, I saw Michael Irvin in the audience, and we talked for a little bit. And I said, are you still in Dallas? And he looked at me like I was crazy. Like, yeah, I'm never leaving Dallas. Why would I?
Yeah, if you're Michael Irvin, why would you? What, are you going to move to Omaha?
If you're Matthew Stafford, why would you leave L.A.?
Yeah, I'm with you.
There's only been one here,
I'm with you.
And you. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's great news, and it's something that, now you can start figuring out what else you're going to do with the team. What are you going to do at left tackle? What are you going to do with Cooper Kupp? What are you going to do with the draft? These are you move on. Like if you got a checklist, we all make our to-do lists, right? And you go down and prioritize, and I got to do this, then I can do that, and I can't do this until I do that, and now they can do whatever's coming next.
Here's the funny thing, right? When you talk about what's next, Kyron Williams is up next. That would be the next conversation. Without the fumbles, easy. New deal, right?
Not for me.
Without the fumbles?
Not for me. I think you can find that.
7th in the league in rushing.
I know.
7th.
I know. He's not Saquon Barkley.
No, but no one is. Besides Saquon and maybe
Derrick Henry.
McCaffrey, King.
There's a few.
Yeah.
The rest of them, I think, are very similar. I'm not saying that Williams isn't at the top of the group of the rest, but the difference between the top and the middle of that list is not huge, and the price may be different.
I saw this, and I remember it was always the argument about Pacheco, right? Why would I overpay? This was about Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I overpay for Saquon Barkley when a guy like Pacheco gives me the same production? You know, Pacheco missed a lot of time this year. And he's a lesser back. There's a reason why you're drafted high and you're not. Josh Jacobs is on that list, just above Kyron Williams. Where would you rank him?
He's really good.
Kyron's just underneath him by like 2 yards.
You're going by stats, which is fine if that's how you want to do it.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is I don't think that the Rams are a wildly different team without him than they are with him. I'd rather have him than not, but I'm not paying a premium to keep him.
I wouldn't want to take that bet.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't. I think he's earned it. He doesn't have that 6th gear. I remember when people said Barry Sanders didn't have a 6th gear.
You just did not compare him to Barry Sanders.
No, I'm just saying. I remember when people said the only thing he couldn't do was have like a bunch of breakaways, and the next season he did it.
Yeah.
Can Kyron get faster? I don't know. But as far as vision, protection, everything else, he's got everything you want in a running back except for breakaway speed.
I'm not denigrating his game.
And I'm
saying I don't want to pay a premium price for his game.
I don't think you'd pay a premium price. You're going to pay a little bit more.
If it's within the normal range, great.
It wouldn't be a rolling like the highest paid running back in the league. It wouldn't be that.
That's what I'm saying.
But you'd give him a raise.
I would give him a raise that is in line with what the value of the position is.
$8 to $10 million a year.
I don't know the pricing well enough, but if you're telling me 10 is it near the top, and I can get I can get 80% of the production for 40% of the cost.
I think it's half of what Saquon makes.
I will take 80% of the production at 40% of the cost.
And you hit the ground running. You got Stafford and you got your lead back in camp, same time, to run it back.
I'm paying my offensive lineman. I'm paying my quarterback. I'm paying the guy that goes and hits the quarterback.
I got you.
That's
you don't
where
have
I'm going
to pay
first.
them right now.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
So you got money to spend. So if you can go F them picks, F that money.
I'm taking care of that left tackle spot before I'm taking care of him.
Oh, definitely. That's what I said. Take care of Jackson first. That's most important. And then you make a decision on Kyron. And I'm not ready to say, let's just turn it over to Blake Corum.
No.
And expect similar results.
This isn't a handshake, thank you for your service, hell no, get out of my office. This is we can talk about this, but I'm very comfortable in my positioning on saying no to you.
And this is me just being mad because I said Arsenal first.
Well, it's funny. I almost did this. So I want to show this to you. Okay.
I would have cooked you anyways. I had the next 3.
So Laura had it.
Here's the headline, right? The 100 most valuable sports teams in the world. Okay, there isn't a non-American franchise in the top 10. And I was afraid if I read the title, it would mislead, which apparently it did.
But that's shocking, though. You would think some soccer clubs have made money.
They have.
With all the jerseys they've sold.
DeMarco, Man U's worth $6.5 billion. They've made money. They just haven't made as much as the.
I would think
what
they
would
would
that be?
at least
16 ahead of them.
Yeah,
Also, DeMarco,
right in the Cowboys.
Keep this in mind. There's more of them. There's a lot more soccer teams than
Watered
there are
down.
football teams.
Yeah.
And it's way more regional.
But they play every day.
Arsenal is way more regional than it is.
Here's where I'm with you.
That's true.
Here's where I'm with you. That a soccer team isn't ahead of like the Miami Dolphins, that surprises me.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
That the Miami Dolphins are ahead, that they're not ahead of the Cowboys doesn't surprise me. That they're not ahead of the Lakers or the Knicks.
I also don't understand. I'm not as well versed in their media rights deals.
Yeah.
So it could be a huge
TV
thing
deal.
of media rights deals.
Okay, I had the Lakers and the Rams in the bag. I assumed Arsenal would be top 10, not on the list.
I want to find
where is Arsenal?
That's what I'm going to look at right now.
I bet they're not even in the
Emily,
top 25.
how do I do it? What do I do?
Control F and then type in Arsenal. And again, anybody can use this.
How has this been unavailable to me for 50 years?
I did show you how to do it last week.
Oh, well. 65th.
65th.
Yes.
Wow.
65th.
Do me a favor. Where are the Nuggets? I'm looking at Kroenke Inc.
Oh.
Where are the Nuggets?
Now I see what you mean.
Yeah.
On the trolley. The Nuggets. Hold on. You Control F. 60th. Then the Rams. Yeah.
And there's
the Rams were in the top.
Then Avalanche.
Avalanche. There's one more. Yeah, the Avalanche.
I would venture to say that most hockey teams are not on this list. Probably the Rangers is the only one.
No,
the Avalanche are not.
You said the Kings were.
The Kings are. The Maple Leafs are 70th. The Kings were. The New York Rangers are 81st.
So the highest for NHL is 70th?
Well, I'm looking here.
Okay.
The Canadians are 86th.
Okay.
The Bruins are 89th. The Kings are 92nd. Blackhawks, Oilers, both in the mid-90s.
So nothing above 70?
Not that I'm seeing.
Wow.
Probably, if it's not the Rangers, they got to be the most,
I mean, it's hockey.
The Rangers are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you say it's hockey?
Yeah.
They don't
Look
get
out now.
They don't get billion-dollar TV contracts for hockey.
Come at me, hockey.
You're going to have a bunch of short guys with big quads coming after you.
They do have big quads.
And they waddle. Yeah.
I have the height advantage on them.
They have no teeth.
What's on tap today on 710 ESPN? Thanks to Michelob Ultra. The Lakers are back at it tonight. Third game in 4 nights, by the way. Clippers. Coverage begins at 5:30. Tip-offs at 7. You can hear it for your afternoon drive right here on 710 AM. Or crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it.
Somebody else brought this up. This is good. Now we focus on where Cup ends up.
Yeah.
If Stafford's back, I would say Cup comes back at a reduced rate.
The negotiation's different, though.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Let Stafford pay him then.
Like a stipend?
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like you can live in my guest house and I'll chip off some
Put him on the payroll
There you go.
of a podcast and his family.
Look, this comes back to the.
I'll be an investor in Dodo Coffee.
We'll talk Cooper Cup and what that might look like coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
This is LAFC manager Steve Cherundolo.
After a thrilling victory in the season opener.
To a Bobasine, left-footed shot at it!
And then a win in the CONCACAF Champions Cup on Tuesday night. The Black and Gold are back at BMO Stadium tomorrow for Game 2 of the regular season.
It's LAFC Season 8 in the heart of LA.
It's LAFC versus NYCFC. Pregame gets going tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Goal LAFC!
On 710 ESPN.
And the ESPN LA app.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforming-LAX. That's flylax.com/transforming-LAX.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN.
I want to put my feet in the sand. I want to drink. I want to eat. I want to walk. I want to have the sun on my face. That's it.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
It is the Friday before the Oscars, and if you're going to an Oscar party, I said it a couple times, but if you're going to an Oscar party and
Are you
don't...
going to an Oscar party, DeMarco?
No.
No?
I'm
Em's
trying
hosting.
to think the last Oscar party I went to.
Did you not get invited to Emily's party?
No.
Neither did I.
Oh, is that where we're going? Are
If
you
it was
having,
any other day.
You're actually having a
None
party?
of us did, guys. None of us did. It's fine.
You're
I'm not
actually having
offended.
an Oscars party.
Yes.
She's hosting an Oscars party.
And we're not invited.
We're not
No.
invited.
I don't have enough seats. Sorry.
I don't have. Boy, that's
You're
boy.
not important enough.
Boy, oh boy.
It's okay.
Right, that makes us feel a certain way, doesn't it?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let's be real. You weren't going to go. Don't give her your
No,
nice to
no.
be invited.
I haven't been to an Oscars party in years, and I would love to go to one.
Okay.
I have a love of movies. I would love to do
Oh,
this, but I wasn't invited. I'm with Travis on this.
She's making champagne Jello shots too, which sound terrific.
Actually, no, I give her my back. Not that I haven't,
Yeah,
but the shots
I
gave it
love
away.
champagne.
And I have 2 pizzas. And anyway, so I'm
Pizzas
hosting.
and champagne, DeMarco. And we
I guess
weren't
we're not good
invited.
enough.
I guess not.
And you guys have
We're
already
not
seen me at my
important.
most intense, so it's also what happens at an Oscar party.
All right.
So if
She's
you're going
embarrassed by us, Travis.
Clearly.
She doesn't want to
Unlike
share us with her friends. Yeah.
everybody else in this room, if you're going to an Oscar party and you haven't seen these movies, but you are a sports fan, here is how you can approach who to root for throughout the night. So I'm listing the Best Picture nominees as Best Picture nominees as sports teams. Okay, so I'm going to go with The Substance. The Substance is a movie starring
I want to
Demi
see
Moore.
that.
You would hate it.
Really?
It's gross,
it's
right?
really gross.
Yeah.
Oh, like graphically gross. Oh, okay. I
Remember
know
that movie Altered States?
vaguely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
It stars Demi Moore and Margaret Qualley from Corley and Fargette. It's very French, very odd, but very kooky. So my comparison is the Denver Broncos. Kind of a weird and jacked together team, and no one thought they would be there. They're like, oh, what? The Denver Broncos made the postseason? Okay. Led by someone who hasn't been on their A game in years, Demi Moore. So she hasn't, and I'm saying Sean Payton hasn't been on his A game in years. I also put out there's weird stuff with the Denver airport, probably connected to The Substance in some way, shape, or form. And the Substance, I believe, is the cheapest movie on this Best Picture nominee list, and the Denver Broncos had the 3rd lowest payroll last season, so Denver Broncos as The Substance.
That's a good poll.
That's a good
Sean
one.
Payton hasn't been A-list coaching for
not
a while.
A-list, A-game.
Oh, no, I'm just saying he hasn't been considered as one of the greatest coaches for a while.
He's out of the game for a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so then the next one is going to be Anora. Okay, so if this is your Oscar betting pool, pick Anora. Anora is really surging at the end, but this is my comparison for Anora. They're the Eagles. They had a really great offseason, in quotation, early festivals. They won at Cannes. They had a lot of these precursors in the quote-unquote offseason for award shows. They stumbled a bit out of the gate. They didn't win anything at the Globes, which was the first big televised award show. Everyone is ready to give up on them, but they turned into a dominant force with an unprecedented run, and when then they kick the butt of every other movie at the Oscars night, we'll be saying to ourselves, why did we ever doubt that they were clearly the best team all year? So
Wow.
that Anora is the Eagles.
Do they have a crazy director? Because they have a crazy coach.
Yeah, they do have.
Okay, yeah.
They have a crazy and a divisive director. There are some people that love him and some people that don't like his style.
Did he shave his head?
No, he didn't shave his head, but again, it actually is a pretty apt comparison because the style of Sean Baker, the director of Nora, is not unsimilar to the style of Nick Sirianni in terms of like he's very committed, he goes all in, he's kind of a little bit like controls every part of it, unlike Nick Sirianni. But they're not unsimilar.
So they have Big Dom. Huh, go ahead.
Have you seen The Substance?
No.
No.
I haven't seen one single Oscar movie this year.
Dune Part 2 you saw.
Oh, Dune. I forgot that's even on the list. There's 10.
I mentioned it earlier.
No, but there's 10 movies, right?
Yes.
There's usually only.
It's been 10 movies for the past 10 years.
It was 5.
Yes.
Okay. I think I stopped going to Oscar parties when it expanded.
That makes sense.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. I like Demi Moore. Demi.
Either way.
Demi Moore.
Demi.
I like
She
her
says
a
Demi.
lot. I would like to see that movie. The concept of it is intriguing to me.
So let me tell you.
But if it's gross, I think I'm out.
It's a gross movie that I almost had to walk out of because of how gross it was. So
Like it comes out of her back, right?
So spoiler alert, yes, for what happened to The Substance. It's you take a an injection, and it makes you a younger version, a more beautiful version of yourself. That's Margaret Qualley from Demi Moore at her age. And then in order to have Margaret Qualley come out of her, it comes out of her back, and then Margaret Qualley has to sew up Demi Moore's back, and you see everything.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm out.
Wait, what comes out of your back?
The new person.
Margaret Qualley.
Who?
The actress. The other
actress.
The younger, prettier, better
so
version.
So a younger Demi Moore
so
comes out.
So a smaller DeMarco Farr would
comes
exit
out of
your
my
back.
Okay.
And then...
Like Michael B. Jordan comes out of your back.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this an allegory for Ozempic?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
It's more like, it's not necessarily Ozempic. It's all of this beauty standard that we have for each other, especially women. There are 3 really good movies about this, if you want, about like this kind of like, how are we, this dysphoria that we have a lot with our bodies, especially in Los Angeles. Yeah. It's The Substance. It's A Different Man, not A Better Man.
Okay.
A Different Man. That's on Max. And then also, the Pamela Anderson movie, The Last Showgirl.
Oh, I saw it.
In a different way.
I knew about that.
All I heard was Michael B. Jordan in that, and I rolled over here.
Dude, I'm like, she compared me to Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm doing something right.
That's the substance coming out of you.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know about
What happened to Wallace, String?
Just hey. Yes, sir.
Take your victories.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've got your shoulders back
Thank you
now
very
all of a sudden.
much. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
All right, so Matthew Stafford, if you're just jumping in your car, just flipping us on right now, it's going to stay in L.A. The Rams and Matthew Stafford have come to some type of an agreement. We're not quite sure what the details are right now. But
I don't even care.
Yeah, right. Me too.
Yeah.
That he's not leaving. He's going to be the quarterback for the Rams next season and presumably probably one more after that.
Okay, so wait, just the money thing. That does not hamstring you going forward to build a football team. I'm trying to think what that costs.
I also think it depends on how much it was.
But I'm trying to, even with this, how this team is constructed, what is that going to cost you? That's what I'm saying. You don't have to pay anyone on the defensive side of the football.
Not quite yet.
Right. And if you do, it's not break the bank type money. You don't have Aaron Donald on the other side that's sucking up a big part
Unless
of your
they wanted to be
cap.
particularly active in free agency, or they're thinking about trade possibilities where they know they need to have some room to fit a guy in. Things like that. That maybe the moves that we're not quite seeing, that they're seeing, that making up numbers. I got to have a $12 million hole because I'm going to get that guy and he's going to cost me $12 million.
Okay, later. The only other guy that I was thinking that's big money is Cup.
Yeah.
But I don't think
I don't think he's back if he's still big money. I think he's going to be medium money.
Half?
I don't know the cap and the structure and all those things well enough to say to it, but I know he's expensive.
Yeah.
And I know that the production doesn't match the price anymore.
But, just about Stafford, I don't think what you're paying him is going to preclude you from keeping guys like Cup, even if you kept him back at his salary. I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
I don't think so either, but I think that
you don't need to pay Kyron Big huge money either.
The Cup part of this is I need you to take a haircut because I need you to take a haircut because I'm overpaying for you.
Yeah.
And that's just life in the NFL.
Maybe it's Jackson.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
It's not, it's the brutal reality of it is the money in the NFL is not guaranteed. This is how this works, that if you want the second you're more expensive than your production, we're coming back for that money.
Especially certain positions.
Yep. And that's where he is in his career.
I'm going to try to keep this PG, but I would definitely, now that I've got Stafford in the fold again, my next target is going to be 77, Jackson. Mm-hmm. And I would dang sure not make that dude mad.
I agree.
Because the last thing I want to do is go through a revolving door at left tackle. That's crazy.
You didn't just redo your quarterback so he can get smashed because your left tackle's not up to speed.
So the fact that he's back and got paid, it means that Jackson just made more money.
I agree with you.
And if I'm his agent, that's how I'm attacking it.
Look, that was...
Because you've got no other answer.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is right. He was an undrafted player.
Yes.
They developed...
Should not have been. Do you remember Tristan Wirfs?
Yeah.
He kept Wirfs at right tackle in college because he's such a good left tackle.
He is a perfect example of what you're hoping your team can do late in the draft or in undrafted free agent territory, which is get a guy and develop him, and not only does he become a member of your team, but an incredibly important part of your team. And that's what Alart Jackson has become.
Yes.
He is he was a good player for the Rams this year.
Now, this is a very offensive line friendly offense. Like I said, half the time the defense is chasing ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you're going to have to stand up there and block these guys and keep them off your quarterback. When that happens, he's been as good as anybody in the league.
Look, everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a bad play.
Yeah.
Right? I get that. But watching the team the way that you and I watch this team, there was not a time where you're going, man, Jackson's killing them.
Didn't say his name at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There was never that. We said it. There was times where Steve Adams was like, dude, what's going on with that guy?
Yeah.
There were part with Jonah Jackson, we said
Bo
that.
Limmer.
Bo
Beat
Limmer.
like a drum in the middle. Yeah.
Dude, what are we doing here? Never with him.
Nope, not at all. And, the other guy I have to tip my cap, a lot of respect for, is Rob Havenstein.
Yeah, he's a dog.
He is an absolute beast. He's a mountain of a man. So, another thing, keep those tackles, keep the bookends. You got Stafford back in the fold. Things are looking up.
Shohei Ohtani is going to make his spring training debut later today against the Angels. Wah, wah. By the way, Zach Neto not ready for opening day, according to the Angels.
Wow.
And he's probably their best player that's not named Mike Trout.
Wow.
Good luck. But this is how big Ohtani's star power is. Spring training is fun. It's cool. It's sunny days in Arizona, but it's for the real guys, the guys that are on the team. It's basically just break a sweat, get out there, keep moving. I can't wait to see him.
Me either. I'm looking at him on TV right now.
It's preseason goofball stuff, and I can't wait to see him.
I talked to a dude. I asked you about this guy before. I told you about him. He pitched in college, and I asked him the same question about Ohtani. Would it be okay to shut him down on the mound and just let him be a hitter? He was like, are you out of your mind? He's one of the best pitchers in the league, period.
Yeah. He's not just a pitcher.
Right.
He's a ace. He's a Cy Young caliber pitcher. He might be, at his best, the best pitcher in baseball. He might be.
We're in the corner of the gym.
Yeah.
And he yelled at me where everybody heard it. Like, are you out of your mind? Yes, you pitch him.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to win a World Series, yes, you pitch him.
Until it noticeably affects his offense and his pitching is league average or worse, you pitch him.
Is there ever a moment where you wouldn't let him hit?
No.
If he's Cy Young caliber pitching,
no, I don't think so. It's a really. I never really thought of it like
either,
that.
yeah.
But no.
If he's on a run and he's unhittable,
I guess this is. I'll put it this way: as a pitcher, he's an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
As an offensive player, he's a 10 out of 10.
Can you get around not having him at the plate if you're the Dodgers? Do you have enough for that?
For a night or two, or like in perpetuity?
Like season-wise, because I'm trying to think. You're everything proof, but if you removed him from the lineup,
he's the best offensive player in the league.
Okay.
But the next person behind him isn't a terrible.
No, he's not.
An ex-DH option.
But he's the best player in the league.
And there's no way that if you couldn't hit, you couldn't pitch. Like if Ohtani was injured and couldn't hit, there's no way you can pitch him.
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah, if you're hurt. I'm
trying to think of the injury
any
that would
injury
prevent you.
would prevent him from doing that.
Yeah. There are arm injuries that would prevent you from pitching, or you can go hit. We saw that last year. We've seen him do it twice with the Angels. Not the other way.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like if it was a toe or
something.
I don't think there is. Look, that dude. If you told me he was going to levitate off the mound tonight, I'd be like, yeah, cool. I can't wait to see it.
I'd like to see
Chris
it.
Angel.
Yeah. Like, hey, did you see that Ohtani jumped 42 feet in the air to rob a home run? No, but show me the video because I'll believe it.
I believe it. Wow.
Yeah, he's something else. Hot and cold coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I just missed on Prize Picks last night, DeMarco. You know who let me down again?
Who?
Luka. I did one more 3, and I'm over the top. And this is what Prize Picks did. Even though last night's game was great, I had the opportunity to watch the game, and I also had my eyes on Prize Picks because I took Anthony Edwards less than his point total. I took Luka Doncic more than his point total. I only hit on 1, but that's what makes it so much fun. You pick 2 or more players, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money at Prize Picks. So put the app on your phone. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. And when you're signing up, make sure that you use the code 710. And when you do that, they're going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. I'm looking at the lineups right now. I think I'm going under on James Harden because James Harden for me. And I'm riding that Luka train. I'm doing it again. More for Luka Doncic. That's Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. Run your game with Prize Picks.
The Lakers are rolling. That's now 4 straight victories.
And the Lakers just keep rolling behind LeBron and Luka.
And now,
and hashtag promotion and follow at ESPN Los Angeles. The Lakers Good Vote is going to be rewarded with courtside seats, a VIP private tour of the Lakers UCLA Health Training Center, a year's supply of BBGO, and more. The Lakers Good Vote. Is it you?
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Enjoy President's Day savings all month long at Cardinale Way Hyundai. Lease a brand new 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SE for just $299 a month plus tax for 36 months. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty and Hyundai Assurance Program. Cardinale Way Hyundai, just off the 91 freeway, or visit CardinaleWayHyundai.com. $39.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year. Plus tax, license, $85 doc fee, and registration. No security deposit on approved HMF credit expires March 3rd, 2025.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text HIM to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HIM to 321-321. That's HIM to 321-321.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
And before I get into who's hot and who's cold, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Oscars and one more set of comparisons, okay? And if you're like, oh, who cares about the Oscars? I do.
Clearly.
Dang.
If you're going to
But she doesn't care about maintaining relationships with her colleagues.
Not all. No.
Not us.
You're good.
Not you.
No.
Not us.
I'm Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm good now.
She got you
There
back.
you go.
No, you're not.
She got
No,
you
you're
back.
not.
There you go.
Laura, it's you and me now.
Yeah, it's us.
There you
It's
go.
us.
So if you're going on Sunday to an Oscar party, you have no idea what these movies are. Here are some sports comparisons that you maybe can, sound educated when you talk to your friends at this party. I'm going to explain the Academy Award nominee, The Brutalist, director Brady Corbet, starring Adrian Brody, and The Brutalist is The Commanders. This one came out of nowhere. No one really saw this coming. It's a huge, it's kind of an older style, but great. And it was a surprising win, and it's punching above its weight class, but alas, their glaring faults will catch up to them. So that's The Brutalist. I think it could have a chance to win like 2-3 awards, but I don't know if it's going to win the big one. But maybe on your prize picks, it could be a low-key one.
There you go.
And last, but certainly not least, Amelia Perez.
Oh.
Amelia Perez. It is the Yankees. Specifically, the Yankees in the World Series this
In the
past
fifth
year.
inning of Game 5.
The Yankees, they are easily hateable. Lots of wins. They had a, quote, easier path through the playoffs. The Amelia Perez can win some easier awards on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Some ones that don't have a lot of competition. Lots and lots of money put towards it. It has a huge backing behind it with Netflix trying to win its final Oscar, trying to push through for the first time. Yankees trying to push through the first time in 25 years. And it's too big to fail until it does. And when they lose, they will complain about it forever and blame everybody else for it. And they had a critical, huge, dumb mistake that will truly put the nail in the coffin of this Oscar race for the Amelia Perez. So the fifth inning for Amelia Perez was all of Carla Sofia Gascon's tweets, and she will be at the Oscars. Good luck to her in that award show. But they also had other mistakes before that. But it was the kind of it was the Aaron Judge of it all. It's like the unforced error.
I like it.
So that's last
I'm sorry, I'm not to cut you off. You said it the other day.
Who?
And
You mean me, Michael B. Jordan?
You, Michael B. Jordan.
Thank you.
Michael D.
Bootleg.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Bootleg Jordan.
I'll be that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm just jealous
Swap
that you
meet
got
B.
Michael B. Jordan out of this whole thing.
Yeah.
You said the other day, like, will Yankee fans, will Aaron Judge be remembered by that? I mean, you said, I'm like, dude, are you out of your mind? And it kind of, the back of my head just kept nibbling away.
Mm-hmm.
You might be onto something, dude.
Yeah. What did I just see the other day? I thought about you.
You might be onto something because
Yeah.
I was listening to. I saw Judge was. I know you guys talked about this while
Yeah.
I was gone, but the Yankee facial
That's
hair
what it
thing.
was. Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and he was like, "Well, I kind of like it. I wish they would have kept it that way." And people went at
They went
him,
bonkers?
and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, people feel a certain way about him, and it's not just because he's awesome and been the captain of the Yankees and all that. Like that dude is in a weird spot.
And
like
it wasn't
in
last
Yankee-
offseason only.
Yes.
You're young enough, he can play his way out of it. But
Yeah.
as of right now,
Yeah.
that's what you're remembered for.
It's
Yeah.
every offseason,
Yeah.
and specifically with dropping that
Yeah.
fly ball.
It
in,
was a
center
weird
field.
one.
Buckner, it happened at the end of his career.
At the nearly the very end.
So there's no way to erase it.
No.
Judge will have years.
Yeah.
But I don't know why it was a clip or how did it come? It was Larry David and Bill Buckner. It was that episode.
Oh yeah, that was from a long time ago.
Long
Yeah,
Is that from
time
Curb?
ago.
yeah,
Curb Your Enthusiasm,
yeah.
where the guy
Bill
couldn't let
Buckner's
it go.
been dead for a while.
Yes, but
Yeah.
that part, I'm like, that's what I was thinking. As of right now, you are that guy.
The better part for Judges, and Buckner was really like Buckner's kind of a borderline Hall of Fame candidate, and
Yeah.
Judge is going to go to the Hall of Fame, but Judge is just a much better player.
Yeah.
Just,
okay.
and I think that'll ultimately help him.
All right, so what's hot is off-season Hard Knocks. So after last year's
Love
absolute
this.
debacle
Love
with
this.
the New York Giants, where they admitted, they said they were going to trade Saquon Barkley, and then the owner, Mr. Mira, was like, I will not sleep again if Saquon goes to the Eagles, wins the championship.
Please do them again.
So no NFL team signed on for off-season Hard Knocks, but who did sign on for off-season Hard Knocks? Bill Belichick and the UNC Tar Heels.
I'm in.
Me too.
I'm
Yeah.
all in. That's
too.
good. They're going to move it to college.
I love this
Yeah.
because if you would have told me this a year or two ago that Bill Belichick is going to be the center, I would have been like, dude, no, like he's going to go out of his way to be grumpy and miserable and
Yeah.
not sure. I think he's kind of embracing this new role where he's kind of funny.
Leaning into it.
He's leaning into it, and I think that this is good for his program to let people see inside the building.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea.
You also have Lombardi there as the GM,
Yeah.
as someone that is
Yeah.
recognizable at least.
How did you feel about Belichick? If you could have summed him up before you knew everything about him. Like while he was coaching the Patriots, because we didn't know that much about
Darth
him.
Vader.
Darth Vader. And Darth Vader is big, brooding, the bad guy.
And smart, and the guy that's impossible to beat, and and just scary and unlikable, but really menacing.
Are you
and a
ready to
problem.
like him?
Sure.
Are you ready to fall in love with Belichick?
I don't know if I'll ever get there because
Will you Kirk Cousins it?
maybe.
Because that's what happened.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe but I didn't have negative associations with Kirk Cousins. I just had I don't think he's my type of guy. Like Belichick was actively
I had
a
a
pain in
bunch
the
of
ass.
negative about Kirk Cousins. Heck no. No.
Yeah.
After quarterback, I like this guy.
I liked him a lot.
Big time.
You know why? And it's the same thing that cuts
Yeah.
across in every one of these formats all the time. He was authentic.
Yes.
He wasn't being a character. He was being himself. Is he corny? Yeah. Is he more religious than I am? Yeah. Is he a
But
little...
it's legit.
Yeah, it's real.
It's real.
It's
I
real.
know.
It's authentic.
And are you ready for Belichick to be creepy?
I think I've already seen that.
That
We'll
part's
have,
coming too.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
a little bit too much of his girlfriend. I'm just going to put that out there. She's going to be a factor in this production.
But that's a big part of who he is now.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, so what's cold is rumors around the Luka trade. Okay,
Luka.
so this came out from Sam Amick of The Athletic, and he was talking because the Lakers played the Wolves yesterday, that apparently there had been some rumblings between Luka and the Wolves. So here, let me read what Sam Amick had to say about this. So league sources tell The Athletic that the Mavericks and Timberwolves informally discussed the prospect of swapping Doncic for Anthony Edwards in the weeks before the Lakers deal went down. More specifically, Mavericks general manager Nico Harrison reached out to the Timberwolves and asked if there was any chance they'd be willing to trade Edwards. He was promptly told no. The Timberwolves league sources say were stunned that Dallas was contemplating parting ways with Doncic. I think it's a completely different scenario than the AD trade because Anthony Davis means something different to the Lakers than Anthony Edwards means for the Wolves. But what do you think about this continuing rumors to come out? DeMarco?
That the players can be traded? What do you mean? Like, I'm sorry.
So do you think that, like, is it weird that the Wolves didn't jump for this? Would you have traded Anthony Edwards for Luka Doncic?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's not that many people I wouldn't trade for Luka.
The list is
2 or 3.
Wembanyama. That's it for me.
Joker and Giannis.
Anthony Edwards is your future.
And I would talk about all of them. All of them.
We're having conversations about all of them. Look, when I heard that, I keep coming back. And Anthony Davis had an interesting quote in the LA Times when Dallas came through to play. And he's like, look, I'm never going to get the real on this. That I don't know. People are saying they didn't know and all that is what he said. And I'm kind of with Anthony Davis on this. A lot of this feels like, and I'm not questioning Sam Amick's reporting. He's a good NBA reporter. It's just the deal was such a bad deal for Dallas. I think that there's a lot of we're trying to cover some tracks here, that we actually did shop and we did go here because it still, there was something today on ESPN. It still doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
The one that gets me is the failed physical. That's another one. That's a whole nother different part of this. But the fact that you would trade Luka for that still doesn't make sense. Unless he falls apart in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And we're seeing, I guess, what they were seeing.
It's not just that they traded him. That's the biggest part of it. It's what they got in return.
Yeah.
Because if you just opened and said, hey, guys, we're getting out of the Luka business. Give me your best offer.
Everybody comes in.
Everybody comes in. And then you can play Team A off Team B, and you can get a deal that people go, look, I wouldn't have traded him, but I get it. You could have pulled that because there wasn't one person that went, oh, no, the Mavs got, he's a Hall of Fame player, but everybody would pick Luka.
What's the downside to it getting out?
The downside to getting out is it gets out and you don't get it done.
Someone gives him a better
deal. And you
deal.
make Luka mad.
Yes.
Okay.
The outside is sense. It gets out.
Oh, you're trying to trade me, and
now
I go into the
thing. It doesn't get done.
Okay.
And now I create problems and you've alienated your fan base, like all of that
everybody
stuff.
Because everybody will be traded. So we would have traded you for him, and that gets to that player, and you ruin that friend. That makes sense.
And here's the part of it too, that Minnesota in this scenario, if you called me and I'm the Minnesota guy and you said, hey, are you interested in trading Anthony Edwards, and the Mavericks are on the other end, I'm saying, not unless you're sending Luka.
Yeah.
That's the response, right? The answer is no, unless you want to give me Luka. And what if the guy went, well, that's kind of what all right, let's talk. But you don't just go click.
If you're the Grizz, would you trade for Luka? Would you trade Ja?
Yeah, in a heartbeat.
I wonder would they trade Ja for Luka? Because he is them.
I think you answered your question earlier. There's not a player in the league that you wouldn't seriously consider.
Me.
And the answer to no. Look,
I'm sure the Celtics wouldn't trade Tatum. I'm sure they wouldn't.
I'm sure they would.
I would. I'm sure they wouldn't. There's no way they're trading their guy. There's no. He just won a championship.
I'll go this. If they came and said no, I wouldn't be shocked. But they're having a long, hard.
They're going to have a talk about it. Yeah. And can we make this fit? Is this going to work?
If they got to yes, I don't look. Let's say they did it, just player for player, Tatum for Luka.
Yeah.
Celtic fans aren't mad. They're not. You got Luka.
That would be interesting. What about SGA for Luka?
I'd take Luka.
I would too. Yeah, I just wonder, would they?
No, because again, Tatum, I think is a better example because SGA, as great as he is, probably win the MVP this year.
Yeah,
hasn't won anything in Denver.
Tatum is a champ. He's a minted star for them.
Tatum has his ticket punched in Boston, so that's a little bit different. But no, it's Luka, man. What do you want? The only guy that probably says a quick no are the Spurs. That's probably the only one.
I'm not even picking up the phone.
Yeah. But don't you at least say, I don't think so, man, but let me call you back.
Maybe.
And you bring
Let's
some
do
people
business
in.
later. Yeah.
We bring hey, guys, I got this crazy call from Nico Harrison.
But anybody else, we're going to talk about it for a while.
Probably say yes. It is a Cosm Ticket Friday. Be caller number 7 right now at 877-710-ESPN for your chance to experience English Football League at Cosm LA. Enjoy immersive games in the Dome, Middleborough versus Derby County. That is tomorrow morning, March 1st, 7 a.m. Limited tickets available through Cosm.com or the Cosm mobile app. Call in right now, caller number 7 for your chance to win a pair only from 710 ESPN. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN, and Hot and Cold is brought to you by NextGen, the official AC heating and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3NEXTGen or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com.
Are you the greatest Laker fan of all time? Enter to win, and you could be named the Lakers Gaffote. That's right, Gaffote. The winner will receive the ultimate fan package, including courtside seats, exclusive experiences, Lakers swag, and BB Go for a year. For all the contest information, visit LakersGFOAT.com. The players and the coaching staff absolutely don't believe that, and it is fueling them. It is if you put JJ Redick on a lie detector and you asked him, can you run through the West and go back to the NBA Finals and win a championship this year, he would say absolutely, and he would pass.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. At Los Angeles International Airport, changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now boarding Group A. Please have your boarding passes ready to scan. If your phone is cracked, old, or was chewed up by your Chihuahua travel companion, please refrain from holding up the line. We ask that you kindly not be that guy, and instead simply go to Verizon and trade in any phone from their top brands in any condition on any unlimited plan for the new Samsung Galaxy S25 with Galaxy AI.
With new line on my plan. Additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
This is the most important element of the day, and I buried the lead until, 11:49 right now? New chairs in the 710
studios.
Oh,
my God, so comfy.
Fantastic.
Yes.
New chairs.
Look, they roll. You don't have to, throw all your weight on.
This is true.
Yeah, the
No
smooth roller.
Well, I would say they're easy to turn their back on if you don't get invited to Oscar parties, but since I'm Michael B. Jordan... See, I can spin right back around.
The other
that.
Look, I'm not going to speak for you, but I'd be shocked if the answer weren't yes to what I'm about to ask you, because it happens to me, that the old ones would slowly start to drop.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. As a man of a certain carriage, they slowly start to compress.
I think it does for anybody. I don't think it's just for a certain carriage.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think it's everybody.
This one hasn't.
Because it's new.
Yeah.
I have a Oscar question. And
you're not invited.
Also,
no, it's not that.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm open to any Oscar questions. Me and Mason are going to go over all of the top above the line picks in crosstalk. But what is your question?
Does the name The Brutalist, does that come into play into the movie?
Yes, he is a brutalist architect. He makes works of brutalist architecture, and he.
Do you know the definition of brutalist?
I think I do.
So it's the kind of
it's like Eastern Europe, really severe, blocky, concrete. Yes.
Oh.
It's made for function rather than for beauty necessarily. But it can be beautiful. And the reason why he is so enamored with brutalist architecture was because he came from Hungary and
Hungary.
Hungary. He is Hungarian. He
got me. Good catch.
A lot of the buildings there were destroyed in the war, but the ones that stood were brutalist architecture. And so he's bringing that to the United States, and the whole concept of the movie is around him almost like being maniacal about building this one work of brutalist
I thought it was a dude walking around kicking butt.
I know you spent a lot of time in Germany. Did you ever get over to Eastern Europe, like that part, the old Soviet bloc, the Iron Curtain and all that?
We were actually in Teltow, Germany, which was the former East Germany.
Okay.
Yes.
And so
I know what you're talking about.
When we went to Moscow a million years ago, and there's some stuff that is just like breathtakingly beautiful, like St. Basil's Cathedral and the Kremlin and these things, like wow. And then you go deeper into the city, and it looks like everything's made out of Legos.
Yeah.
It's like it's really blocky and, quite frankly, ugly and gray.
It's
and
functional.
To us, it is.
You could tell it's just, hey, we need to build an apartment building with 400 apartments, and just everything's the same. There's not one architectural flair to it, which in its own way is a style.
And also, its concrete is cheap, it's durable, and it's safe.
Yeah.
And so there's
very efficient.
There's a building here, I believe, in downtown that's like a huge bastion of like brutalist architecture. The inside of it, and it has all these little like alcoves. I've seen it on my feed occasionally. But yes, the concept, the majority of that movie is about architecture, which makes it even worse that they used AI for some of the photos and stuff. So anyway,
get used to it, right?
You remember Jim Tomsula?
Of course.
He's actually a historian. So traveling with him throughout Germany, and we stopped on a bus, and he turns to his left and goes, "Guys, see that church? Yes. What is that church?" He goes, "That church is older than America." And then the bus moved on.
That's half of Europe.
It was just
crazy.
Weird. Never thought of it that way.
Jim Tomsula and historian they did not have that on my bingo card today. That one kind of cracked my head because his press conferences were. It's like, whoa, okay.
He froze. He did freeze.
Yeah. He wasn't great at that part.
One more Oscars related thing. Conan O'Brien's going to be the host of the Oscars, so I'm excited to see what he does. And
no,
you don't like Conan.
You gave me the pursed lips.
I don't like. I put it this way: he's not a Jimmy Fallon level dislike for me. He just his sense of humor. This is what's so weird. When The Simpsons was at its absolute best, Conan O'Brien was kind of the head writer over there and was a huge reason why that show was. And it just that sense of humor hits me in the dead center of the bullseye. Him as a performer just misses me.
You like his sketches more than you like his
it's his hair.
Like the things that he's written more than his own.
Yeah, I just him as a performer, I don't hate it.
You don't like his face,
but it's just he doesn't like Jimmy Kimmel as a performer. I really like.
Yeah.
Stephen Colbert as a performer, I really like.
And again, hosting an award show is a thankless job because the only reason people will remember you if you do it poorly, pretty much. But there also is going to be performances of Wicked.
Yeah.
If you're a Wicked fan, Cynthia and Ariana will perform Wicked.
That's what I was thinking. What was the one you don't want to win the Oscar?
Amelia Perez.
That's the one that's going to win.
Probably.
And we'll be talking about it for the next year.
I guarantee you
Watch.
it's not going to win.
Watch. It's going to win. We're going to be talking about it. See?
If it wins, I will applaud you, Michael B. Jordan. I don't think it's going to win.
Happy birthday, 26th birthday to Luka Doncic. That's crazy that he's only 26 years old, and that's why when they made that deal, it was like, say what now?
Yeah.
Happy birthday as well to the late Gilbert Gottfried.
Which one do I play? Do I play the normal happy birthday or the Stevie Wonder happy birthday for
Luka?
That one.
For Luka? Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He got flavor.
Also, because copyright-wise, I think it's easier and better to play the Stevie Wonder one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah. No, Luka's got a little.
Which birthday do we sing?
That one.
Depending on crowd. Okay.
Yeah. No, I think he look, dude. He's been playing basketball for a long time.
You can okay.
You know what I mean? Like he's comfortable in that world.
You're qualified.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's fine.
Happy birthday, Luka.
It was today in 1971 that Jack Nicklaus completed a second Grand Slam, winning the PGA Championship to secure multiple wins in all 4 majors for the second time. I believe this is right. I'm going by memory here. He and Tiger Woods are the only people to have won the Grand Slam 2 or more times.
Okay.
All 4, like there's only a handful of people that have won all 4. They've won all 4 at least twice in all 4 of them. Like they've doubled up.
Is there anyone coming?
Not like that.
The next? No? Okay.
No.
Not right now? No one close?
Scheffler is putting up numbers that are incredible. Like he's a
Who's the
great
yoked
player.
Up dude?
The yoked
DeChambeau.
Oh, but no, he's won 2 majors.
No? Okay.
2.
Isn't he swole?
He's a big guy.
Big dude. Okay.
Yeah, he did cut some of that weight.
Plays slow.
He plays slow.
Yeah, he plays a little slow. He's a physicist. Like he got a degree in physics.
So he thinks
He's
a lot.
He's a tinkerer,
Okay.
a thinker, a math guy, this goes, that guy. So yeah, it's kind of
okay.
It's not my style exactly. I put my thing away. Tomorrow at the Horseshoe in Columbus, Ohio, the Detroit Red Wings will be playing the Columbus Blue Jackets in one of those outdoor hockey games.
No way.
Those
Okay.
things are odd. They need to come back and do that again here. They did
That's
it at
fun.
Dodger Stadium with the Kings and the Ducks a million years ago. Go do it at the Coliseum. Do it at BMO. Do it at SoFi. Like figure it out and do it again.
I hate the Red Wings. I can't stand the Red Wings.
Have you ever been to one of those weird, like
outdoor games?
Well, like the thing that's happening isn't in the place it's supposed to be happening.
Hockey in Arizona was weird.
Okay.
Professional hockey when it's hot outside and I'm inside and there's ice down there was kind of strange.
The Ducks King thing at Dodger Stadium was one of the coolest, weirdest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The NASCAR at the Coliseum was a
NASCAR
cool
at the Coliseum is crazy.
That was a cool one. Got a little super crosstalk, and Emily and Mason are going to scream at each other about movies. That's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
That's fine. You glaze Tom Brady every day.
Well, wait a second. No, I don't. Hold on a second. I'm not accepting that from you, and here's why.
Why is that?
Because I'm not so sure I understand what glazing means yet. Now, when I find out and I understand truly what glazing means, then I may say
It's
to
just
you,
to praise someone, to compliment them regularly.
that's
you know,
it.
like
That
over
there's
and over
nothing
again.
more to it than that. That just glazing.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, why are you glazing this guy
it's
so
like
much?
Over complimenting almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would say that I probably glaze Tom Brady a little bit.
You definitely do.
Okay. Well, here.
There's nothing wrong with it, but you do.
The act of sucking up to someone, glazing, the act of sucking up to someone. Okay, but, okay, I accept that I glaze Tom Brady. Do you guys accept that you guys both glaze LeBron?
I don't.
Come on.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open. They'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Mace, you can exhale. Matthew Stafford is staying in Los Angeles.
I was literally just hanging on that.
Yeah.
And this morning when I put on the Get Up, I felt like, uh-oh, it's over. He's going to the Raiders.
I said yesterday it
like
was
that.
55% Raiders, 40% Rams, and 5% other.
Okay.
So the 40% is the one that came out.
Thank God.
DeMarco and I,
Oh, my
right at the
God.
beginning of our show this morning, I asked him, and I said, is he the quarterback of this team next year? And we both said yes. We both thought that it was more likely than not, but I
think
thought
he
it was,
proved his point.
I thought it was like 55-45. It's like a weighted coin flip.
Do we know terms? It must be
Not
2
yet.
years,
I
right?
don't
Not
care,
yet.
but I think
Don't you think it's probably 2 years?
2 years,
'Cause that's
probably
what the
under
Raiders
100 or
were
close to it.
reportedly
Yeah.
doing was 2 years.
I think it was more the years and less the money.
Yeah.
Guarantee me that second year and give me a little guaranteed money, but I could care less. But it's great to have him back in the fold. It really is.
I would have been really
Yes.
hard for me to root for Aaron Rodgers. I just do not like
Because of his
Aaron
politics?
Rodgers. Not because of his, just because of all of it.
His aura?
Showing up at meetings barefoot,
His-
skipping minicamp to go to the pyramids, going into a dark cave just to call attention to him. I mean, all this stuff. It's just like Aaron Rodgers is in the Aaron Rodgers business.
But he can play.
Not only can he play,
And he
go
can
back-
run the offense.
Go back and look
Yeah.
at his numbers compared
Yeah,
to
they're
Stafford's
very
numbers.
common.
I know.
last year. They're
But
the
he was
same.
playing for a terrible team.
And
Numbers
Mace,
don't.
I'm not going to lie to you. The dude, he still has it.
Well,
and he
he
can
can
still
go-
get it done.
he can go do it somewhere
And I don't know
else.
where he lands now.
Probably Raiders.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I would
wouldn't
think
be
Raiders.
surprised.
That makes the
I
most sense.
kind of am in the middle of you two guys because I feel the way you do, Mace, about the entire Aaron Rodgers experience is not something I'm interested in.
Yes.
But under the right set of circumstances, with a coach like Sean McVay,
Sure.
with an organization like the Rams that are buttoned up and they don't suffer fools, if they got a green light from him, like, look, I just want to come and play football, I'm 1,000% in on that. Had that been the way that it went. If it was him coming in to be Aaron Rodgers, I don't have
I
time
would
for
have
that.
learned how to root for him.
Well,
But I'm glad I don't
by the way,
have to
it's,
learn.
It's arc of your career. 3 years ago, Mason would not, maybe you still feel this way. Mason would not touch Kyrie Irving with a 10-foot pole. Wouldn't have brought him in had you got him for free.
Well, that's when
For
he was
ability?
in the middle, all the anti-Semitic
Oh,
stuff
the
and
politics.
all that.
Yeah,
Look
stuff.
at him. Look at
And
him
just
now.
not playing.
Yeah, no, now he's shut up.
Look at him now.
He's just playing.
He's been
Wait,
great.
has
He's
he
gonna
shut
get a-
up, or do you?
He's going to get a max contract next
Yeah.
year.
no, I
because-
think he's
You
pretty
think he
much.
shut up, or do you kind of understand his point or what he was trying to say?
No.
He stopped
No,
doing
no,
the extra
it's-
stuff.
He just stopped doing
there
it.
was weird anti-Semitic stuff on it.
I mean,
all
just
that
you
business.
accepting him.
Yes.
Okay. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, I think once you have a track record, once he demonstrated he's got a couple of years since all the crap, then I'm like, all right, so he's
Okay.
maybe
Dude,
settled
sports-
in, maybe grown up, maybe matured.
Sports is always going to give you a second chance if you play well.
Absolutely.
It's as simple as that. You can say crazy stuff. You can not play. You can be disruptive. You can be,
Can't kill anybody.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
Ty Cobb.
But, yeah,
You can't kill anybody.
Yeah.
But he's good at his job for a couple
Yeah.
years. That gets you a new set of checklists.
Yeah. Okay, indulge me and Emily. We're going to pick the big 6 categories for the Oscars on Sunday night. So
You got
we
it,
got an
Perez.
Oscar pool. Here are the correct answers. M, Best Director.
All right, Best Director, I have Sean Baker, Honora.
Agreed.
All
He's
right,
absolutely going to
we're
win.
matched on that one.
Supporting Actress.
Supporting Actress, I'm going to go with Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez.
Agreed.
Yes.
She's a lock. Supporting Actor.
Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain.
Agreed.
All right,
This
those
is
are
no
kind of
fun
the
at
easy
all.
ones. Those are the easy ones.
Actress.
Actress. I'm going to go with that the Academy tends to reward lifetime achievement versus ingenue, at least in this most recent version of the Academy. I'm going to go with Demi Moore, The Substance.
Absolutely agree.
All right, there we go.
Now, here's a little toss-up.
Okay.
Best actor.
Yes. I'm going to go with
John Ireland.
someone who maybe has not been winning every single award. He gave it a fantastic speech.
Oh
Speech
my
doesn't
God,
matter.
yeah.
Speech doesn't matter
Nope.
because it was after the voting already happened. I'm going to go with Timothée Chalamet. Surprise.
I am with you on Timothy
What?
Chalamet, and let's just go ahead and tell everybody Best Picture is Anora, right?
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
So we're
Did you guys agree on everything?
Yeah, we agreed
Oh
on
my
the
God.
on the
whole
top.
damn thing.
I think the other ones that are gonna like some of the lower ones like adapted, original screenplay, or I'm taking some chances on those ones. But
How are you basing your answers? Like
seeing the movies,
Seeing the
and
movies?
following
Tea
sort
leaves.
of the tea leaf
Like
kind
they,
of thing.
they won this award, that
Precursor-
award.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got that
horse
one.
race.
Have
so
you
must
seen
get that
all
one.
the movies, Mace?
I've seen every one.
Yeah.
I've seen all 10 of these. I've
John,
seen
I think
more.
you're probably more like me and have seen 0 of them.
Zero, none.
If you didn't have the precursor stuff, could you actually pick all these actresses, movies, and directors?
No. If
if I had just seen the movies and not
Yeah, just watch
read
the
anything,
movies and no precursors. Could you do the same thing?
probably not.
Probably not.
Okay, so
Yeah,
we're playing the
probably not.
averages. Okay,
Yeah.
makes sense.
Nobody's seen any of these movies, huh?
Nope.
Nobody's seen any
I've
of them.
seen
Dune.
one.
Saw the Dune.
Dune was awesome.
I'm
Yeah.
0 for 10.
Okay.
You're 0 for 10?
Yeah.
Wow. DeMarco, you're
Just
1
Dune.
for 10?
Yep, just one.
Ireland, you're
0.
you're 0 for 10.
0.
That's amazing.
1 for 10.
Mace,
What's yours?
I only saw Amelia Perez,
Amelia. Oh, really?
and
Yeah.
it was not great.
Oh, see, I liked Amelia Perez.
It was interesting.
The woman's gone totally bat.
crazy,
You know what?
Crazy.
Bat crazy.
What
Yeah.
has she said that's so bad?
Oh,
I
my God.
don't know.
Read it.
Where
Is
do
it
I
bad,
begin?
bad, bad?
Just
Let's
read
just
it.
say
Just
she
read it.
said a
Just read
whole bunch of terrible stuff.
Is it bad, bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't
It's
come
that
back
bad.
from bad?
It
No.
bad.
It's
Okay.
Netflix.
Well, we
refused-
just talked about Kyrie Irving. You can always come
That's
back
what-
from bad.
I don't
Okay.
like this one.
Okay.
Here's what happened. Netflix refused to. Well, now they walked it back, but they took her off billboards. They refused to pay for her to go to the Oscars. They took her out
Oh,
of anything
gosh.
around the Oscars.
Oh,
She's been
okay.
banned.
That's
a lot
why.
of dumb stuff.
One
Okay.
question for you, Mace.
Yep.
The one that I maybe will differ, maybe
Okay.
we won't. Original screenplay.
Original screenplay. I am
Travis and
going. I am going Anora.
Okay, I'm going to Real Pain. So that's where I think we're a little different.
Okay.
Travis and
I'm going to Real
DeMarco.
Pain.
You're just happy because she called you Michael B. Jordan.
Of course.
Which
You're-
was
you're-
a lie.
you're
Right.
still-
No,
Are you
see,
the
why
Michael
why
B. Jordan of the show?
She said I'm Michael B.
What's
Jordan.
the one where
No, no,
Demi
no.
We were
Moore
talking
has
about
something crawl out of her
substance.
back?
Substance.
That she we're trying to explain the plot to
What
DeMarco.
comes- what walks out of the
Michael B.
back?
Jordan would
Comes
crawl
out of
his
DeMarco's
back?
That is DeMarco.
back.
That's what she said. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
damn, that's a great concept.
Thank you very much.
That's a great
See?
concept.
Thank
Who would
you.
you want to crawl out of your back?
Who would be young Mason?
Young Mason.
Weird.
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
Chalamet would be an excellent choice.
Little waifish.
He's
Little
waifish.
waifish?
He's
Yeah.
waifish. But I loved his badass speech at that last thing where he said, I want to be the best.
Okay.
I'm like, good
nice.
for him.
Who would be
Good
young
for him.
Travis? Young
When
Travis.
I walked
Yeah.
out of crypto last night, this is what I was looking at, and I'm not embellishing. On the court, Chalamet engaged in a serious conversation with Ramona Shelburne.
Did you see her Instagram? She has it on Instagram.
Did she put it on
She
IG?
put the picture on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah,
For-
it's great.
He's a huge basketball
a
guy.
few minutes.
That's
She
terrific.
just walked right up to him and started picking his brain.
By the way, the one movie on
I
this
think he's
list
a sports fan.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
a-
Yeah.
Did you see him on
On game day.
He
Yeah,
is.
no.
Yeah.
I think he's a real
That's
sports
not
fan.
fake.
In his
Yeah.
speech, you said, "I want to be Jordan. I want to be. I want to be the
Michael
Michael
Phelps.
Phelps of
Is
acting."
he the best actor we have right now?
He's the biggest. He and Tom
for
Cruise.
his age, yeah.
He and Tom Cruise are the only two. Tom Cruise, and The Rock are the only three
Not
movie
Leo?
stars. Leo's
Denzel.
Denzel.
And a different
But
kind of
Denzel's
movie
not
star.
going to open $100 million movie. There's only a couple of guys that can do that.
Denzel was a part of Gladiator, which was a $100 million
That's
movie.
true. He was in
Yeah.
Gladiator. You're right.
Like if you said, and
That's
I'm
interesting.
obviously the worst possible example of this
Right.
because I
Yeah.
am not a typical moviegoer. I could care less if Timothée Chalamet's in it or not, and I don't mean that in a negative way.
Right.
I'm going purely on the story, the plot of the
Well,
movie. Whether
Is he
he's in it or
above the
not.
title of the movie now?
Oh yeah.
He would
He has
be?
opened 5 Christmas days in a row, and his movies have gone to the top every year.
Yeah. And by the way, if there's one movie on the list that I recommend all you guys watch because it's a really fun interest is the Dylan movie.
Yeah.
The Dylan movie.
You're a music
Complete
guy,
Unknown
John.
is
Why haven't
great.
you seen it?
Yeah, it's a good one.
I
for you.
will when they stream it.
It's about to start
I
streaming.
can't. I have no time.
Yeah.
So
To
it
walk
has-
into a movie theater. Yeah.
Correct.
It's gotta be
so
easy
it
for
needs,
you.
It
Yeah.
needs to be something I can download onto an iPad and watch on a plane.
I want to say I saw it pop up on my TV the other night, or maybe it's a coming soon
Close,
kind of situation.
And by the way, Nora, you guys will like too, because it's about a stripper.
God bless her.
And she is.
Somebody told me. Was it you that told me to watch the Pamela Anderson stripper movie? That it's good.
Emily said it was really good.
I like the
I
Pamela
really loved
Anderson
it.
movie.
What's the name of the movie?
Last Showgirl.
And she's a she's a showgirl, not a stripper. You don't really. She does not do any nudity in it.
I like
no
this
nudity.
version of Pam Anderson. She seems real.
I want to
She's-
see the Demi Moore one, but Emily was telling me that it's super gross.
You know what? It is. I'll just say
Enough
it's
to, because I don't like gross movies. It'll turn me off.
It's weird. It's super weird. I guess it would be horror. But
What's the
not
grossest movie
quite
you've ever
horror.
seen? What's the grossest one that comes
I'll tell
to
you
mind?
what, the one that comes
Yeah.
to my mind is The Exorcist.
Okay,
Pea soup,
gross.
head turning around, gross.
You call
that-
it like aliens, chest bursters?
see,
Is that gross?
That's a good one.
Is that
Aliens,
gross?
yeah.
But
Okay.
that is clearly fake. You know what I mean? Like an alien
Yeah.
bursting out of a chest, but somebody getting sewn up and somebody having their skin torn, that's real.
Mary
like
Shelley's
that
Frankenstein.
happens.
That's
I don't
disgusting.
like
Yeah.
like super like Freddy Krueger and all that. That's not
Yeah,
gross
I
to
mean,
me.
that's- yeah.
But somebody's having their back split open and sewn back up.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Although, you know what? I don't watch horror movies anymore. I don't go to horror movies. But back in the day, they were real. Like the slasher movies
Yeah.
were fantastic. Like I had my first date when I was in 7th grade with Sherry Heineman. And we went to
Poor
see Friday
Sherry
the-
Heineman. Her name gets mentioned every year.
It's true. I do. I wonder if Sherry Heineman
Let's look her up.
has caught wind of it.
I bet you Sherry's wondering if she's the one who turned him gay.
Yeah, no.
What movie did you see?
Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Friday
Do
the
you remember
13th,
the first
one.
time you took a girl to the movies?
Goonies.
Oh, I don't remember the first time I took a girl to movies, but I remember the first movie I saw with Lisa, and the fact we survived this and are married is one of the great upsets of all time.
What was it?
The least romantic, least date movie of all time.
Schindler's List.
Crying Game.
Crying Game. Oh my God.
And we went
Yeah.
in. I went in like Mason likes to
Have
go
you
into
seen that?
movies blind, not
Yes.
knowing
Oh,
anything
yeah.
about it. I don't, but
Yeah.
I did for that movie.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Whoops.
Keep the secret.
That's a
Keep the
deep-
secret.
deep cut.
Oh,
yeah.
that's-
Good movie, though. Yeah.
I went.
Hello.
I took
Yeah, you're right.
Michelle Jeffries was my first date to a movie in like
Nice.
5th grade or
What'd you
whatever it
see?
is. I don't remember what it was,
Yeah.
but I do remember, like John was saying, I remember the first movie that Susan and I saw together.
Yeah.
Stand and Deliver.
Edward James Olmos.
Edward James Olmos, where he's
Yes.
a math teacher.
Yes.
Not terrible.
No, it's a
Kind
really
of
good movie.
uplifting.
It's got a nice positive message, and there's
Yeah.
a happy
Yeah.
ending, but it's not particularly romantic or sexy or
first
anything.
movie me and Juan ever saw was Match Point.
Great.
The tennis movie?
Great. No.
It's
a Woody Allen movie.
Allen murder. Scarlett Johansson in her prime.
What's the
Really,
the
really
English
good
actor
one.
that's
So,
in that?
Jonathan Rhys Meyers
That guy,
is
yeah.
a tennis teacher.
Okay.
That's why
him.
you were thinking
Yeah.
tennis.
Yes.
And he meets Emily Mortimer, and he gets engaged to her. And Emily Mortimer's, is it her brother is married to Scarlett
Yes,
Johansson?
her brother.
And Jonathan Rhys Meyers, just immediately starts having an affair with Scarlett Johansson. And then
She was very ScarJo in that movie,
she-
too. Yeah.
well,
Still
can
is.
I spoil it?
Yeah, it's been
been a while.
25
It's been 19 years. I know
Scarlett
for a fact.
Johansson gets pregnant.
Okay.
And he kills her.
Oh.
And
It's good.
And it's is he going to get caught?
Yes.
That's the movie.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Really,
Yes.
really good.
Match Point?
Yeah.
Match Point.
It's a good one.
Streaming
Absolute-
probably somewhere? Gotta be?
Absolutely
Yeah.
worth watching.
Okay. All right.